If you've ever gone into a YouTube comment section over the last couple months, the title immediately made sense to you what this video was going to be about. If you've ever wandered into the comment section on any of my videos or plenty of others across the platform, no doubt you have seen this at the very top about Isabella, a 15-year-old from California with cancer, and how the survival rate's really low. They're very scared, and they made a video talking about the struggle, and it'll be the last one they make. That has been the top comment on every one of my new uploads for a couple of months now. And it's also the top comment on a ton of other videos I've seen across the platform. It is always at the top because the likes are botted. It's always from different accounts because the accounts keep getting banned because they're fake accounts. This is clearly a bot. I don't even think the most senile octogenarian would see that comment and start shedding tears about how it tugged on their heartstrings because they believed it. I promise you, the amount of people that have read that and actually, responded like they just got a fucking Amber Alert, like, no, Isabella! They fucking sprint out the door to try and support this channel to the best of their ability is probably very low. You can probably count the amount of people that have fallen for it on one hand. But it's still very annoying. It's just a big headache that is also a symptom of a larger problem that the platform struggled with for years, which is bots. I've covered this at least once a year for the last 5 years because of how bad it's gotten, and it ebbs and flows. Sometimes it gets extremely bad, like where bots were sharing illegal material through the comment section, and then it seemed like YouTube kind of put the kibosh on it on the back end. But now those bots are back, and now even more bots seem to have infested the comment section with like the Isabella shit, and also the porn bots that'll just copy a real comment and paste it as their own. Like, it is a huge issue, and every single time, like clockwork, that it starts to get really bad, flares up, people blame the YouTuber. So right now, people for a while have been saying I've done nothing about the bots in the comments, talking about how I'm just letting it rot down there. Even leading to people putting their words in my ass about how I'm doing it on purpose. Well, you see, Charles is doing this because it helps boost the amount of comments, which is good for the algorithm. So he's clearly okay with these bots down there because it helps the video. He's totally fine with letting it go to the birds because it helps boost the comment numbers, which is a crazy take, but it's spoken with so much authority and confidence from people that are so wrong that I almost can't help but be impressed by the hubris. This is something I literally talk about once a year, because there is only so much you can do. When these bots start getting this out of control, it's not as easy as just somehow banning all of them. There are tens of thousands of these accounts and new ones being made every second. That's just not feasible. Not even Queso could ban that many accounts. So what you do instead is you ban words and characters. So last time this was a huge issue, Matt and I did this massive repository of so many words and phrases and like characters that people use to try and get like around the like blacklist filter so they could like still spam all of the terrible shit. And we blocked those. But clearly they have now found ways around it. Thus, a new solution needs to be brought into fruition here that I have yet to find. I could ban the word Isabella, but they'll just change the name. So it'll go from Isabella to Gertrude or something, but it doesn't actually solve the bot problem. It is a very difficult problem to tackle because of how widespread the issue is. YouTube itself would have to do something on its back end to try and make it more difficult to have all of these botted accounts making millions of comments all the time. It's difficult, and it's not something that I'm just like ignoring or unaware of. I clearly see it. It's just there's not a ton of ways for me to combat it beyond what I'm already doing and what I've already done. They are always getting more and more sophisticated and finding different ways around the protocol to stop them. So it's just tough. Also, another thing very interesting about the behavior of the Isabella bot in particular is you'll notice on almost all of the top comments from it, it is edited. So another thing it does is it doesn't always bot likes. It'll sometimes copy and paste a legitimate comment that was gaining traction, post it as its own, give it some kind of boost, and then people will organically like it, thinking that it was like a real person that made it. Then they edit the comment to be Isabella. So it's not always the same every single time. Oftentimes it'll be like a bait and switch, like, you thought I was just a normal bot copy and pasting? Actually Isabella. So these bots are not as simple as a lot of people make them out to be, and they are not as easy to stop as a lot of people say they are, with just like banning them or like blacklisting some of the words. That is what we have tried, and they are still finding ways around it. And you can't ban every single bot because, again, it takes less than 5 seconds for these bot farms to just make a new one and just start a new account. So it is a tricky thing to fix. And yes, despite what a couple people will lead you to believe, I am trying to do something about it, so it stops being all over the comment section on every video I post. It's just not easy. Anyway, though, that's really about it. So yeah, I'm making fun of the Starbucks CEO because he recently defended the absurd price tag, the $9 cup of joe, and then talked about how customers are willing to shell out that premium because it's a great experience. It's all about a great seat and making a great connection with your barista. Basically, you're going to fall in love with your barista and it's worth every goddamn penny. Now, the reason why I've just given you that like AI synopsis right there on what this video is going to be about is because I don't know how much of the actual interview I can use here because it's the Wall Street Journal, and historically the Wall Street Journal is like a fucking cartel when it comes to anything that it produces. Or even if I've shown you like a clip from something in the Wall Street Journal, I've gotten in trouble in the past for it. Even if it's like a 5 or 10 second clip, they've come at me looking for fucking scalp. They'd be plucking my teeth out of my mouth until I apologized. Like, I do not fuck with the Wall Street Journal. Like, they've done great reporting, I get that, but any time that I've tried to opine on something that's been broken by the Wall Street Journal, I am very prohibited in what I'm allowed to show you, so instead we're going to be looking at, like, a transcript, and maybe I'll jump scare you with, like, split seconds of this CEO talking in the interview and see how that goes. So yesterday, the Starbucks CEO, Brian Buttfuck My Wallet, went on to defend the company's $9 cup of coffee, insisting that the price reflects a premium experience offered to customers. He also was recently granted access to the company jet for personal travel, which is a nice little tiddlywink of information I didn't know about, so thanks to the article here for enlightening me on that, because he definitely deserves it. Brian needs to be traveling luxuriously, and he's doing the Lord's work out there. He's delivering mediocre coffee to every sucker out there willing to fork over all the clams for it. He also said that customers across all income levels are willing and happy to shell out big money for a chance to interact with baristas or score a great seat inside the chain. This article is kind of underselling how he portrays that. If I could show you more of the video, I would. But I'm going to drop that little bit and hope that it's okay. I mean, it's going to be less than 3 seconds. I feel like there's no fucking argument Wall Street Journal could make to take down this video, but I guess we'll see. I think it's important you hear it right from his lips.
That value is to be able to have a great seat, have a great moment of connection with a barista.
Son of a bitch, I tried everything, but I couldn't get it to 3 seconds. It's 4.5, but it's under 5, so I should be safe. I should be protected. I don't think they can roll up with the goddamn Pinkertons for me showing 4 seconds here at the very end of the interview. Well, at least of this segment of the interview. So he's talking about the value you get, about the great seat, which I will slam my fist on the desk and shout, objection. What great seat. It's fucking Starbucks. It's like the most sterile, generic environment you can ever find yourself in. You sit down in a swamp-ass throne and you maybe tinker away on your laptop or something while drinking some mid-ass coffee. What great seat are you talking about here, Brian? And I can't make a lot of promises to you about what you'll encounter in your life, but I can make one promise that I know 100% with certainty will never happen, and that's you forming a special connection with your barista over going to Starbucks and getting yourself a coffee. That doesn't happen. I don't know what he's talking about. Do they have like intimacy coordinators on staff at Starbucks where they try and like get the baristas excited to maybe fall in love with a customer or something after serving a pumpkin spice latte? I doubt it. They are workers looking to just do their job and go about their day, not be bothered, not be harassed, and not have this expectation that a customer is going to come in there and form some kind of special connection because the CEO said so. That doesn't happen. It will never happen. I don't know what he's talking about. This guy must have just fucking did some ayahuasca or something. This is some baloney. And also, Brian looks AI generated. I know that is low-hanging fruit as a critique, but literally this guy looks AI generated. He has like that blurry-ass zoom background there, and he himself pops like a Pixar character. This shit doesn't look real. Brian looks like a fake human being. Anyway, out of fear, I'm not going to show you any more from the actual interview, but Brian does go on to drop some premium nuggets. What we're seeing is people, they want to have a special experience, and regardless of what your income level is, in some cases, a $9 experience does feel like you're splurging. And then what that means is we have to make it worthwhile, right? And then in other cases, people believe, well, this is really affordable premium experience, because they're saying like, well, it's less than $10 and I get a really premium experience. I don't know what dimension this guy lives in, but it's so detached from reality. Out of touch doesn't even begin to encompass this. This is just like actual mental illness. This is delusional. He needs to be institutionalized. He needs to be medicated. What is Goober even yapping about? What premium experience? Every Starbucks is exactly the same. They're copy and paste. It's a place where joy goes to die. I wonder if you can tell that I'm not the biggest fan of Starbucks. I wonder if that's coming through loud and clear. I have never had a positive experience at one. The food is at best. I'm not a coffee drinker already, so they have nothing to offer me, and every time I've tried coffee from there, it's even worse than other coffees I've tried elsewhere. There's nothing premium about it. That's like saying that the shitter at the AMC movie theater is premium because you're comparing it to a gas station toilet at the local Shell. Like, it's still trash, man. Like, there's nothing premium about it. It is like the most by the numbers, formulaic, nothing new establishment you could ever venture into for your coffee and overpay for. You're paying $9 for a normal experience of just going and getting some mediocre beverage. There's nothing special about it, and there is certainly nothing that Starbucks does to make it worthwhile for $9. That is just expensive. I don't know who he is citing when he's saying, and then people look at it like, well, this is really affordable for a premium experience because it's less than $10. Nobody says that. No, not even an NPC that you programmed would say that. Because it's not. There's no premium experience, and there's nothing affordable about it. It's expensive. And also, it speaks volumes that he can't even justify the $9 price tag on the merit of the beverage itself. Instead, he is relying on these ancillary things like, $9 may feel like splurging, but we have to consider the entire experience of going into the Starbucks. That's what's most important, the ambiance. That's what makes it worth it, the premium experience. He can't even just say with his whole chest that our drinks are so good and so high quality that they warrant a $9 price tag. You're paying for the highest quality coffee on the planet. Because that's not what you're paying for. You're just overpaying for mid-shit. And he knows that, and he knows he wouldn't be able to get away with saying that, so instead he's relying on these like X Factor things of a connection with the barista, a great seat, and of course, the premium Starbucks experience of being lucky enough to come inside of a Starbucks. It's a privilege, and you should feel honored every time you walk through those doors. That's what warrants the $9 price tag. Not our shit-ass coffee. Anyway, the interview continues. Brian keeps putting his asshole in his mouth. He's talking about how Starbucks is actually doing very well, hasn't been impacted, and then even bragged about how the coffee chain is doing really well with younger generations. Hey Brian, you know what else is doing really well with younger generations? Fucking tongue sahur. Scalping Nidos. Fighting each other over Pokemon cards at Walmart and Target. That statement is a nothing burger to me. In my eyes, it is a full-blown, venti, vaporwave, nothingness. Starbucks hasn't done anything to improve the quality of its products or improve its brand or anything at all, so I don't think it being successful with the younger generations is a testament to it doing things right. It's a testament to it just being there and existing. And the younger generation has clearly heard of it before, so they're willing to consume the product. That's it. I don't think he's hit some kind of home run here in recent Starbucks changes, because from everything I've seen, there haven't been any. It's just the same old Starbucks, but now just even more expensive than I ever thought possible for its shit. This fucking guy is so cringe. We're doing really well with Gen Z and millennials, and then really had strong performances across all income cohorts. It can start with as little as $3 for a traditional cup of coffee. And then obviously you can build your way into all sorts of customized drinks that people love and that move that ticket up. The way we're going to play the value game is you're going to feel like it was worth it. Who walks away from Starbucks saying, holy shit, all that money I wasted was worth it? That was a premium experience. Who does that? What kind of actual loser has that kind of parting thoughts? Like, man, $9 down the tubes? But what a fucking experience. Oh my god, I think the barista might want to have sex with me. I think the barista wants to marry me. It just doesn't happen. There's no premium experience. He insists customers value the experience over discounts or flashy one-off promotions. Oh, that's what everyone says. I don't want to save money. I want to make sure when I go to Starbucks everything is exactly the same and there's a chance of a connection with the barista. Please, don't help me save money with discounts or anything. I want to waste maximum amounts of money here at the same fucking Starbucks as always. Yeehaw. I'm sure, Brian. I'm sure. Anyway, I won't blabber on more about this guy. Just another painfully out-of-touch CEO I had to clown on. That's really about it. See ya. Family says council planted slug to destroy their business. You see, you gotta love the ACA, man. You can't find this kind of garbage shit stories anywhere else.
They found one.
Is that the criminal?
Say they have proof it's
That
a
piece
setup.
of shit. Secret agent.
In hospitals in Victoria.
What a wholesome business. What kind of evil slug would infiltrate?
But we had a
Towards the corner of
Yeah,
the
it looks like a
company's
criminal.
industrial kitchen. She squats down for 17 seconds off on.
Did you wonder what is she
Maybe
doing?
she was peeing.
I found it.
My staff, because I know we did the right thing.
But why would the
council
council
sensationally
destroy the
backed down
business?
and withdrew.
Father.
So why
Ooh.
would council want to kill off iCook Foods? Well, it just happens to partly own a rival business, Community Chef.
Real job.
Boys, we're losing in quarter four. What do we do? I don't know, but I found this slug outside. Maybe we can use it.
Taxpayer.
You're a
And
genius.
The only way for them to
But
end
you're
up as
fired.
the last man standing.
Ian calls this the
Oh.
smoking gun. Photo evidence council gave him.
You can't argue with the
This
facts.
is
That's
the
a slug.
picture Michael took minutes later of the same slug. Spot the difference? Ian and Ben allege this piece of tissue has been photoshopped out. iCook Foods
No.
administrator Alicia Hodges greeted the council's health inspector the day
They
of
deep-faked the
discovery
slug.
and claims she saw something odd.
Jet fuel can't melt slugs.
She came in alone.
God, there's so many
She'd never
chapters to
been
this.
our factory, and she doesn't wear her body camera and miraculously finds a slug.
Oh god, already the next chapter.
Just 2 days before council.
Fuck, we're moving
arrived.
fast.
Is that right?
Over 15 years, we've never
Maybe
seen
this was the woman that killed Jeffrey
Test
Epstein.
inspector Alex Church.
unless it's sort of a bit damp or wet.
They brought in the slug whisperer to
And
weigh
what
in,
about
and
the
even he
chemicals they
agrees
used
it
on
makes
the
no
floor?
sense.
Would a slug be able to?
And where is the slug's telltale trail?
There's no sign of it sliding in.
Oh,
The plot thickens.
Hook,
A
line,
separate
and
Dandenong council
stinker.
worker claims she was pressured
They slugged
to
them.
fabricate evidence against
They popped him with the
iCook
slug.
Foods.
They are just. Ombudsman is satisfied
What
with the
assholes.
procedures and processes it followed.
well, why don't we ask the slug? Or was it assassinated? Because if so, that'd be very fishy. Cameras malfunctioned or something? It'd be a very valuable witness to the crime. Genius Dad is turning skip bins into epic budget pools. Ah, I see.
When we look
The
at a
modern day
rubbish
Da
skip,
Vinci
most
then,
of
eh?
us see a large
Now turned into a successful
That's gotta
business
smell
and
like
become a
shit,
hit
though.
with his kids. Olivia started
How
begging
thoroughly
their
does he
dad
clean
for a
these?
swimming pool.
They're
They
fucking
never
dumpsters.
expected this.
I wouldn't swim in the dysentery pool.
swim in a bin.
Yeah, neither would I, man. This is just asking for cholera.
One a day.
But if you're fiberglassing the dumpster, wouldn't it just be cheaper at that point to just get one of those, like, plastic big circular pools? It'd be spacier and cheaper, and not a dumpster.
And then we had a little bit
Oh.
of extra delivery.
Rachel Watkins, who lives
Bro,
on
you
property
can
an
get
hour
one of those
southwest of Brisbane,
cheap
has
plastic
skip
pools that
pools
serve the same
installed in
purpose for, like,
We love it.
200
It's
bucks
changed our
maybe.
lives and really
Temperature can
They break
be on the
easier?
chilly side.
You could break one of those plastic pools 10 times over and still not even come up to the cost of one dumpster pool. Furious brides say wedding videos looked like the Blair Witch Project. Now that's a story. That's a fucking story, baby, okay. I love the Blair Witch Project. And I love the guy behind
Ashley
it, if
set
you're
up
here,
quite a
Dan.
money earner, filming.
Leaving a trail of broken-hearted brides and
It's not a
former
crime to be
roommates
bad at
behind.
your job, Christ.
Devastating.
Making it sound
Should
like
you
he's a
spend more
criminal.
time on working
He's just
on his
not
son's
good at his
careers?
job.
Yes, I should.
Walking down the aisle is so shaky and so disgusting. He's cut off my head, my dad's head, and most of it's focused on my bum.
Oh, okay.
It's horrible.
That's
We have no
for the
first
YouTube
dates,
version, baby.
arrivals from
Or,
our
excuse me,
bridal
Patreon
party.
exclusive.
Amy says she's been
Gold
contacted
tier.
by around. She says she's owed around $1,000. Another videographer.
So it's
tried
more
to
than
get
just a bad
respond
wedding
to says
video.
He's also
Anyone that's had a refund.
So Tegan's actually claimed a refund.
She said that she hasn't got any money back from you yet.
I have to double check that. I'm pretty sure. No, actually, no. Tegan hasn't claimed a refund.
That was quick, you folded on that immediately.
I'm not gonna deny that. Yes, I am.
They look at this and then.
Well,
What have we paid?
he's not very good at
We got the
scamming.
opinion of videographer Dor, who runs the
Tegan actually accepted it. No, she didn't.
The videos
Ah,
I've
you're right.
seen
Yes,
were
no, she didn't.
completely-
That took a big chunk of our budget because that was something that we really wanted to have forever to show our kids and our kids' kids.
You can.
And he's taken that from us. We can't get it
If
back.
they want to see their
Do you
mom's
think that
ass
you
in a
could
wedding
do us a
dress,
huge
you've got them
favour
covered in
and give this
droves.
back to those ladies?
Got
Is it time
ample
to put the
footage.
camera down?
Yeah.
Wholesome dub.
my PP sounds like.
Fuck yeah, baby! Now we're cooking. Ah, that's what I've been waiting for. Now my engine's revved.
You don't have anything to say to these people.
Well, he's just going to chase me up the street.
Yeah, it's the ACA. They'll chase you
Everyone
across
has
the
a
world if
story
they have
about
to.
themselves or about
Renters revolt after property repairs ignored, and it has a man crushed by a grill. What the fuck happened in this? It looks like a cartoon, like a grand piano falling on someone. I've gotta know.
Were ignored, and then they all ended up in hospital.
Who took pictures of this instead of helping the guy?
My kids had fallen through.
Oh god, you got hit by a grill that fell from the second story? Alright, hold on, stay there.
That I was the one that had to be injured.
Tinder
All of
pic.
these injuries would have been avoidable.
This is what happened to Chris
What the
Deaton
fuck
when
happened?
his deck finally gave out as he was moving his barbecue. Like Helen, he had also
That looks like Final
previously
Destination.
complained.
You know, it's sad what's happened to them, no doubt about that, but this grill one, I don't get it.
He was moving his
How, like, this picture is taken from inside of his house looking down on him. Like, it's not a security camera. So who the fuck? Bro, take a picture of me. I'm gonna put my grill on my on my hip here, so it doesn't hurt too bad, and then just snap a quick one, and then get it from the other side, because then they also have a different angle. Yeah, and then go around the outside and take a picture of me with the. Like, come on, man. But yeah, if he did get hit by a rogue grill blown in from a tornado, that is absolutely rough. No doubt about that. Yeah, maybe ACA staged that. They had the camera crew inside and they like loosened everything on his balcony. So then when he stepped on it, it just collapsed and they immediately started snapping photos while he was unconscious. New crazy Florida chase just dropped. Look up Wild Chase in Florida Keys. Let's see. I bet this one goes crazy. 2 weeks ago from Scooper. A big police response. Is there audio right now? Because if it's only in the left channel, I won't hear it. My left earbud doesn't work.
This one?
Oh, multiple angles.
There's a Range Rover coming up on me right now.
Oh man, they insta-pit maneuvered this guy. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Now how's anyone gonna use this road without that sign? I gotta shut the whole bitch down.
I made a pit down and it was still fleeing stopping.
Man, this thing really ate that pit maneuver like it was a fucking hamburger. Wow. He's got the turn signals going, that's nice. He's not forgetting his road etiquette. He said, I don't respect the speed limit, but I will respect my turn signals. Oh, oh, oh! Hit a banana peel.
We're slowing down right now. Past other vehicles, fluctuating between 70 and 90.
Oh, he's lurking. He's hunting for another pit maneuver. I can smell it. Oh, he wants it. Oh, he wants it.
There's 3 or 4 behind me, coming up on another trooper now. Passing the 96, 96.
He's trying to throw him off with that turn signal there. It's a ruse. Yep, he's going for it again. Nope, nope, he's pulling off. He can't pit on this side. This guy knows it. He's familiar with the tactics. And that Range Rover's got some real get up and go to it. That thing can really scoot. He's lucky Steven Seagal's not in this jurisdiction. Dude will be catching up to him on foot. I think he's losing his opportunity for a pit maneuver. It's getting pretty crowded now. Fire the harpoon! I was wrong. You instantly just proved me wrong. I look like a real dummy now. Oh, the legendary 0 mph pit maneuver! What was that? It sounded like he started building something out of Legos. What happened there? What the fuck happened? Ramp that shit off of a tow truck! Briefly interrupting this police chase just to let you all know the Cheeky free rinse soap is back in stock right now at usecheeky.com. We have the best soap in the universe. Go to usecheeky.com. People have been asking me to remind them when the restocks happen, so that's me doing it right now, presently. Oh! He really greased it. This officer really wants that pit maneuver, man. Is he gonna do it? Oh! No. I thought he was gonna go for that that real low speed pit again. Oh, they spiked him! Damn it, it's not enough to stop the Range Rover! God, what are those tires made out of? Tungsten? Dude's got the adamantium rims. This shit probably reinflated. And there's someone at the Ring doorbell at the officer's house. What pandemonium. Man, this is quite an advertisement for a Range Rover, I'll tell you what. This thing eats pit maneuvers, spike strips. Nothing slows it down. There's no way the officer's gonna pit on this side, right? That'd be ridiculously reckless. No, there's no way. Is this off? Wait, is this guy insane? He'd send him barreling towards oncoming traffic. He'd take out an innocent bystander. Oh, they're splitting it. Did he? Oh, he pumped the brakes. Yep. I think he's losing speed. Yep. Looks like he got a little bump there. Man, this is a really good tour of the Key Largo area. I feel like I've seen everything. Oh god, the landmines. Damn, speed bumps. Ah, shit. Oh, good heavens. Oh, boy, howdy. The country club was not expecting this level of action. Good God, there's bumps. Oh, not again. The shocks can't take much more. Imagine the car drove into the water and turned into a sub. Yeah, imagine he hits the fucking submersible tech. Uh-oh. He's off-roading. Man just transported to Narnia back there. That's a parked tow truck. Someone ramp it off that bitch now.
The vehicle's going to be heading back out of the park towards State 5.
Man, the cop was not about that action. He said, I'm not going in the forest. You won't find me going in the trees. Ah! Oh, this cop just wants to pit maneuver anything that moves. He almost got his fellow officer. Oh, shit! That tire's completely gone. He's running on rims. This is probably curtains, right? No, they're squeezing him. They're putting the squeeze on him. Yep. Kablam. Oh, wait a minute! He's engaging the afterburners! He's turbo boosting! I like that the officer tried to chase him on foot there for a little bit. Man thought he was Superman for a second. Oh, God! Oh! If I was that guy in that vehicle, I would be beyond pissed right now that the officer just wrecked my shit for no reason. No, not the boat! Oh, God, not the boat, too! No!
See if you can get MC Soda set up.
Is this an instant replay, or is this still going somehow? This has to be an instant replay, right? Just a different angle? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're just seeing it from the other officer's perspective, different POV. Man, they got every angle here. That truck is desperately trying to get out of the way. He's like, oh, fuck. No, I've seen this movie before. Not my truck. According to a news source, the boat cost $250K and the owner bought it 20 minutes ago. I'm sure the officers will cover it. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. They'll personally reimburse him. I'm certain. It's on their to-do list. Just give them some time. Oh man, that's brutal. Shoved up against the lockers here, right into this guy's brand new boat. Dual prop boat just getting manhandled, fresh off the lot. You know what? I'm assuming they just get him out of the vehicle. Yeah, it looks like that's it. Oh, that's ear piercing. Holy. That's deep fried audio.
Who's coming? Yeah, they were on standby. I gave them.
Can I learn a little bit about this guy? Bring him into this vehicle for an interview.
Over here across the street, it's done. What do you mean? Like the engine done, or? I don't know. My record he's done. He hit me. I got in front of him and he T-boned me. Oh shit. So crazy to see how slow this guy was. Oh, he was unbelievable. Holy shit.
Look, boys, I know what I did was wrong, but how much fun did we have driving together, huh? So on November 4th, deputies and state troopers said Christopher Brinkley, 23 of Great Falls, Virginia, crashed a rented Range Rover into a trailered boat in Isla Mirada after authorities used multiple pit maneuvers trying to get him to stop. It started, authorities said, after Monroe County Sheriff Office deputies stopped Smithers in Key Largo after he nearly sideswiped her and was driving erratically. According to the report, he was wearing dark sunglasses despite overcast weather, appeared visibly fidgety and restless, now facing multiple charges including fleeing and eluding. Investigators said he told deputies he had taken Adderall, no alcohol was in his system. So it seems like it started because he nearly sideswiped someone. Who out of the boys would last the longest in a police chase? Oh, unquestionably Matt. No doubt in my mind. You get compensated. My car was hit by a car chase years ago. City paid for damages 12 years ago in Texas. Really? I've heard numerous times that you don't. Maybe it varies from precinct to precinct would be my guess. I don't know. I just saw a very interesting video from Scott Schaefer breaking down an emerging scam that's apparently popping off and very successful that seems to dust off an old method that was popularized on Reddit a long, long time ago. In the early days of Reddit, where updoots were the most sought-after currency since Bitcoin, the citizens of Reddit, the narwhal baconers at midnight, came up with a strategy to farm these coveted updoots that everyone was chasing like the fountain of youth. In a nutshell, the strategy was take an image or a video from some unrelated person, usually like an older person or someone in a hospital, and then drum up a sob story like, this is, old Peepaw Cletus. I loved him for so long. Yesterday he passed away, but his final wish was that this photo of him giving me a thumbs up reaches 50k karma and breaks the r/gaming super record. Can we make his last wish happen, guys? And then naturally people are like, oh, I'll support that. And then they all did. Well, now that exact same strategy is being used to sell drop-shipped items from Temu on TikTok. And it is blowing up.
I became aware of this scam not from TikTok, but a YouTube channel called Force Orbs. This channel is originally a TikTok account with the same name that moved all their videos to YouTube Shorts to try and scam more people. The page is all about promoting their custom Star Wars art, all made by one old man.
People said that you would destroy this and not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
Execute Order 66.
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually kind of nostalgic to see this scam again. I thought for sure this was a menace long since forgotten. I really cannot even picture the person that would see this video and think for 1 second that this is real. Like, I don't know who sees this and is like, oh man, this is heartbreaking. He's right. That video of that girl shooting a baseball at a car's window got so many views, but his Star Wars art is getting ridiculed? What kind of What's happened to us? This is not right. I'm gonna buy 10 Force Orbs to support him and let him know how happy I am with this purchase. Of course, the reality is the old guy in the video here has no fucking clue what Force Orbs are. He is not involved with this at all. It's just some random douchebags that are drop shipping it, using this as their marketing tool here. He's become their mascot, the Toucan Sam to their cereal that they're peddling.
All of their videos are pretty much the same. It's a sad old man who makes custom Star Wars glass orb art, and he's upset because any clip on social media with a cute girl gets millions of views, but his videos trying to sell his art, no one watches. In many of the clips, he talks about that he's running out of money, and people in the comments taunt him, saying things like, "Grow up, old man. No one loves Star Wars anymore. Besides, nobody is buying your stupid Star Wars art."
Another classic. You rage bait and tug on the heartstrings here. Oh, look at what these people are saying about my Star Wars orbs. They say it's stinky and they don't want it. They say it's not art. They put art in quotations. They say nobody loves Star Wars anymore. Can we prove them wrong? Can you guys all buy my fucking art, please? Also, it's just such a dog shit comparison in the first place, by the way. It's unjust that this video has millions of views, but mine doesn't. Doesn't that just make you mad? Isn't that just the most upsetting thing ever? A real tearjerker. Now get your wallet out, please buy some of these Force Orbs I found on Temu.
But what this item actually is, really is just a customizable LED glass orb that you can find on sites like Temu for $16. Any photo you want can be uploaded into these, but the scammers are trying to sell these with preloaded Star Wars images and calling them Force Orbs. The real crime is on their website, where they are selling these for a whopping $60 a pop.
$60 is pennies to make this old man's dreams come true. Can we get his videos to 66 million views here so it matches that girl shooting a ball at a fucking car windshield? He deserves it, clearly. Come on, guys, what are we doing? If we each give him $1, we can afford one fucking Force Orb maybe at this absurd price. This is always probably my favorite part about these kind of scams. Like, it's not even so much like the goofiness of the videos they post and how fucking trash they are, but it's their preposterous level of greed where they'll mark up a Temu product like 2,000% and think anyone would be willing to buy that. Unfortunately, it seems like there are some gullible suckers that do because they want to, support this story that they've bought into hook, line, and sinker. But like, it should be just so obvious that this is fishy. I cannot picture the person that sees this and is like, "Oh, I'm getting my credit card out. $60 for a Force Orb, it's a little steep, but it's made with love and care." I could tell, because the TikTok video said so.
In the clips, it shows alleged production of the globes, but if you slow down the production videos, it seems to me that this might be AI footage, because the people in the video have weird body issues. Like this guy who has this weird crease in the middle of his forehead, and the arms in the next image look AI generated as well.
No, what? AI generated videos? As if. No such thing, not on TikTok. They wouldn't be using AI to show the production, that's all legitimate. The worker there with the wacky forehead, well, that's old Quirky Brows Joe. I mean, everyone knows that guy's got like that weird shit in there like an accordion. It's part of his identity. He's a zany character around the office that works with our favorite old guy at Force Orbs. Come on, don't be ridiculous. AI footage. My left shoe.
One thing that isn't AI, though, is the sad old man who shows up in every video who claims to be making all these orbs. With a reverse image search, I was able to find where this footage originally comes from, and it's from a TikTok account called TedDog13. TedDog has nothing to do with the Force Orb scam, and he seems to be a nice old man who created his TikTok account to help him make new friends online.
This is TedDog13. I want to thank you all for allowing me to make these videos.
He seems like a sweetheart. And like I said, this isn't anything new. This has been a scam that's existed for a while, but it kind of petered out and wasn't really popular for a while. But now, thanks to TikTok being such a strong marketing vessel and people so willing to just buy into a sad story and like rally behind what they think is a good cause for these products on TikTok, people are now spinning that goodwill to exploit it. So now they're just drop shipping trash with fake stories around it, taking other people's videos, and then even using AI videos to try and, spruce it up a little bit to get people to buy into it. It is doing well. Force Orbs, I think, is the most comical example, but Scott Schaefer goes through a few more. It is a rampant issue across TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Another TikTok and YouTube scam channel known as Fuzzy Paw Slides is doing the same thing to push their scam products, but this time they've added another twist to the tale.
This is my last-ditch effort. Please stay to the end of this video, as it would help me tremendously. So my grandpa decided to take a leap of faith and start his own cat shelter. Currently, he's struggling to make ends meet and keep it open, so he decided to start making handmade cat slipper. He is the most kindest and talented person I know, but he has not received an order in 6 months. Please comment to boost this post and help support him.
Aww. Make handmade hand slip, make handmade. You ever had a dream that you ever wanted the handmade cat slipper? Wow. That's so sweet. He opened his own cat sanctuary, but hasn't had an order for 6 months for his handmade cat slipper. Come on, guys, can you boost this post so we could all buy his handmade cat slipper? Wow, that's such a good story. What a story, Mark.
Sure enough, you can find slippers just like this on Alibaba, going anywhere from $1 to $3 for a pair, but the website for the scam is selling them marked down from $50 for the low price of only $30.
Fuck! I'm losing money not buying the handmade cat slipper. Only $30 for a handmade cat slipper to keep this old man's sanctuary running? Oh my god, the blood of those cats is gonna be on my hands if I don't support him! No!
Talk about a great deal. What truly is disgusting is they have a donate button, so you can help out their fake cat shelter that doesn't actually exist.
No sarcasm on this one. That is just straight up outrageous. That is beyond shameless. So then it's not even drop shipping dog shit products. It is actually just a full-blown fraudulent red alert lie. Super duper scam. You get nothing in return. It is literally a give us money for nothing button on their website with this imaginary cat shelter. That one was crazy. That one actually did catch me off guard. I haven't seen that before. That one is actually so far over the line that they might actually find themselves eventually in, like, criminal charges. A lot of the other scams are able to hide behind, like, oh, well, we did deliver something. So sometimes they do get away with that. Here, they don't even have that excuse. That could legitimately be a huge fucking issue for them, should anyone ever bother to pursue it.
Now, the old man that they show in the videos is actually a tailor and has his own TikTok account called George the Master Tailor, where he does tailoring work and never makes any cat slippers. George and his daughter have put out a few videos calling out the many TikTok accounts that have stolen his videos to promote their scam products.
Good morning. A lot of people using my face, and they're selling stuff that's fake. It's not me. I don't make slippers and I don't make all the junk that they're selling.
Like I said, it is actually a big problem. So big to the point that even some of the people that are being taken, like their content being taken to use to promote this, are becoming aware of it because some of their fans have been scammed by it and are alerting them that, like, hey, this is going on. Also, there's other fans that are confused, like, hey, I bought these, handmade cat slipper from you. It's trash. Why are you selling trash? And it's like, no, that's not me. I didn't do that kind of thing. So someone like George the Master Tailor here is coming out to set the record straight, like, no, there's a bunch of accounts using my face to promote their products. It's not me. So just warning people. It is a big issue that is only being more prevalent because it's working.
I'm not that person. I'm not selling anything.
Here's a list of the fake profiles that we're aware of at this point. Please, if you see them, report them. And if you find any more, please send them to us and also report them.
And I think a lot of these channels may be run by the same group of scammers, because on the Fuzzy Paw Slides channel, not only did I find stolen footage from George, but even Ted Dog 13 popped up on the channel as well. Another channel even stole Ted Dog 13's voice and used it over the video of a different man to sell their drop-shipped cow slippers.
This video has some audio that may or may not be DMCA, I'm not sure, but it's the same thing. It's just like some sad-ish music playing and then this sob story. Stay 9 seconds to help save my cow shelter from shutting down by buying my cow slippers. It actually really could all just be the same group of scammers doing this, and then I believe probably some copycats. Because, I mean, this shit is one-to-one. They couldn't even be bothered to change the narrative beyond going from cat to cow. It's the same homework. There's no change, really. So it does lend credibility to the idea that it is one group of scammers that is just dropshipping all of this shit and using this as their main marketing across numerous different social media handles from TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It's very likely. But I do think that there is definitely others outside of that group doing the same thing, just emulating their procedure, like their process, because it's working. Anyway, I'll stop yapping about it, but I do recommend you check out the rest of Scott Schaefer's video on this subject, because he does go into others as well. It's very interesting. If you are someone that has seen these pop up, and maybe, God forbid, someone that actually bought some of this, my heart breaks for you, but you gotta be aware of this scam here. So putting it on your radar here, watch out. Don't buy into just some random fucking sob story aiming to sell you some slippers or whatever other garbage. That's really about it. So yeah. We're coming up on a very special 5-year anniversary for a personal journey of mine. If it was alcoholism, I'd be getting a chip for this achievement right now, but I'm receiving a very different kind of gift for it. First, I need to ask though, what have you done for 5 years straight with unwavering discipline and gusto? Mewing? Maybe? Yeah, and what do you have to show for it, tough guy? You still got that soft chin. What about jelking? You a big jelker? Spent the last 5 years in the laboratory desperately trying to put a few inches on that pathetic little meat of yours? Well, what if I told you that 5 years could have been better spent doing what I was doing? Watching One Piece from start to current. Over 1,100 episodes. Please, hold your applause, I'm no hero. I just did what I thought needed to be done to finally stop getting bombarded with the question of why I didn't like One Piece. I started this journey 5 years ago, which feels like the blink of an eye now in the grand scheme of my One Piece journey, because I had tried numerous times to get into it and just never fell in love with it. But every time I would stream, I'd always be getting the question about, what's wrong with you, Charles? You gotta screw loose to not like One Piece. So I started it out of spite, and I gotta tell you, sports fans, the first year or so of that journey, for the first, 200 to 300 episodes, were brutal. Trying to stay awake watching those arcs was a more difficult boss battle than trying to kick a heroin addiction. It was tough. But I pushed through, I persisted, and I've been giving you steady updates like once a year since, because after about 300 episodes, I did fall in love with One Piece. Experts may call it Stockholm Syndrome. I call it just objective improvements in the show itself. And I understand in the manga, everyone always says this, the pacing for the earlier arcs is just significantly better in the manga as opposed to the anime. And I imagine they're probably right, but I'd committed to watching the show. And I think once we start getting into Water 7 territory, the show really hits its stride. And it maintains that. The show does get a drastic improvement not only in animation, but in pacing, and I genuinely think everything in it starts to elevate. So I'm extremely happy I did push through and catch up with the show, because it is extraordinary. So now that I'm caught up, I'm just going to give you all of my thoughts, kind of like as a all-encompassing debriefing, because like I said, I've been giving you yearly-ish updates on my One Piece progress. But I just want to put a nice little bow on all my thoughts on One Piece as a whole, and I guess I'll get into the nitty-gritty here, the spaghetti and meatballs of Egghead specifically, since that's obviously the most recent arc. But anyway, overall, I love One Piece, like I said. I think the show offers some extremely high highs, but with that comes some lows as well. In particular, Fishman Island. That is my least favorite arc in the entire series. I hated that. That was a slog to get through, and I found so little to like about Fishman Island. And I know I've yapped quite a bit about my disdain for that arc, and I'm not going to go too deep into it here, but just know that shit is poop. I do not like the green eggs and ham of Fishman Island. But my favorite arcs are as followed, in this order. My favorite arc is Marineford, followed by Innie's Lobby, followed by Dressrosa. And the more thought I put into it, the harder it became to choose what are my definitive favorite arcs, because there are some turbo bangers in here. So it's always been a bit fluid, but the one that's never changed as my favorite arc is Marineford. That one's pretty unbeatable, but the rest have kind of moved here and there, ebbed and flowed. And I know Dressrosa in particular is a bit of a contentious pick to be in my top 3 arcs. Worth noting, I watched One Piece, so it cut out a lot of filler, which Dressrosa was apparently famous for. I didn't get that experience. I got just a really high quality, very compelling arc that I loved from start to finish. So maybe my Dressrosa experience was very different than a normal anime watcher's experience if they watched all the filler and stuff. One Piece did an extraordinary job of keeping everything flowing, keeping it moving, and it was great. I really, really like that arc, but I don't think anything will probably ever beat Marineford. I mean, I guess I can't say for sure because I don't know where One Piece is going to go, but Marineford was just the culmination of everything that had been building for so long in an extremely satisfying and emotional arc. This arc also opened my third eye to a painful revelation that I may not know what the One Piece is yet, but I do know what the one truth is, that Mihawk is a fraud. Mihawk clashed briefly with Vista in the Marineford arc, and it became abundantly clear that this man might just not be the world's greatest swordsman. Maybe he's like King from One Punch Man, where everyone just perceives him as this unbeatable, indomitable force of nature, but in reality, he's just not. We haven't seen Mihawk do a single fucking thing since he clashed with Zoro at the Baratie, like, 20 years ago. Like, it is so sad. Like, it is so sad. He just gets by on aura and aura alone. Speaking of world's greatest swordsman, for the longest time throughout this series, my favorite character was Zoro. But now that I'm finally caught up, it's still Zoro. It was then and it is now. People like to boil him down to just being like a very one-dimensional flat character, but I just think that they're not watching the same show. That's so disingenuous. I can recognize that his motivations and a lot of the side quests, we'll call them, that he goes on are simpler than the rest of the crew, but that doesn't mean that he lacks as much depth as they have. I think Zoro is a perfect character to contrast the rest of the crew, and I always appreciate where he ends up throughout the arcs. My favorite villain is Doflamingo, but my most slept-on superstar is Magellan. I'm somewhat of a Magellan maniac. I believe that if that man could get off the toilet for even just an additional 3 or so hours and they'd let him spread his fucking wings outside of his prison, that man could be an actual threat. Now, of course, it's just pure delusion and hopium to believe that we might see him again engaging in the overall plot of One Piece. I think his role is kaput. He himself is a prisoner of the shitter, and he will probably never leave Impel Down. But I think if he ever did, he would genuinely be an extremely powerful character, even in, like, the current landscape of things. My most controversial take on One Piece is that Sabo is genuinely a fanfic character that you have to suspend disbelief in order to accept his presence in this series. I really, like, the more and more I think about Sabo, the less and less sense it makes for him to even be here. Just this secret third brother that just happens to pop up out of nowhere, and somehow he is the well-known second in command of the Revolutionary Army, a world-famous group, and yet somehow Ace, who himself is extremely notorious and high-ranking in the Whitebeard Pirates, never knew Sabo was alive? Was Ace illiterate? Maybe, but even if he was illiterate, why the fuck couldn't he see pictures in a newspaper? Did he never hear Sabo's name, even though apparently everyone knew about Sabo, who he was in the Revolutionary Army? And there was never anything in Ace's ear that was like, wait, Sabo, it's ringing a bell. My brother. It just doesn't compute, and especially the timing makes it even more fishy, where it feels like the sole reason behind Sabo's presence in the story is that he was drummed up, conjured as a replacement to Ace. He just happens to come through after Ace's death. He also gets Ace's devil fruit. It really feels like Sabo's entire purpose was just to be a Ace replacement. And the way Sabo even is used in the story itself is very odd. He's kind of here as like this all-powerful, damn near omniscient presence who can do everything, and is used exclusively for, like, these fake-out moments. So, like, He goes to the world government and, like, the 5 elders attack him. He might be dead, but he's not dead. He's on an island. The island gets blown up. Sabo might be dead. He's not dead. It's like, it's very weird. Sabo as a character just doesn't really fit with the rest of the characters One Piece introduces. And it just feels like the way in which he is put into the story feels very forced and very out of left field. Now, not to be confused with me being a Sabo hater, I don't even really dislike him or anything. It just feels very odd how he gets into this story in the first place and the way in which he is used in the story. But his scenes are hype. Like, it is a cool sequence when he, like, tries to save Cobra and everything. Like, it is cool to watch, but I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense how we even got to that point with Sabo in the first place is all. But still are cool sequences with Sabo, and I do think that he is an interesting character. Anyway, though, let's now dive into Egghead. So when I was first watching Egghead, I was a pretty vocal Scrooge on it. I didn't really love the first half of the Egghead arc. The second half, however, significantly better and much more invested. I think the second half of Egghead has been really, really, really good. First half, bit of a snoozer, but I do think it was necessary to eat your vegetables first here in this case because it does help lay the foundation and build the stakes for what comes in the second half. But yeah, I really was not liking the first half of Egghead. I really didn't like the Seraphim, by the way. I didn't think that they were a strong addition to the One Piece story. Vegapunk, love Vegapunk. I love everything with Stella. I think that is so good, and I really think I can't remember if I've been doing spoilers when going through my One Piece journey. I think for the most part I have been, because a lot of the arcs that I've been covering are like fucking 15 years old. But I don't know if I should do spoilers for Egghead since it's still fresh. I'll try and I'm gonna have to get into spoilers. There's no way I can talk about some of the things I didn't like about it without getting into spoilers. Let's start with the things that I really liked. Kuma's backstory. My oh my, did they hit a grand slam with Kuma's backstory. That is probably the peak flashback. I don't want to use the word arc because it's not a flashback arc, but peak emotional character backstory so far in the show. I thought they really crushed Kuma's story. It is tragic from top to bottom, and his whole existence in the show is just agony. And even where he ends up in Egghead here, there's nothing happy about it. For a character that himself is so positive, despite everything he went through as a child, with his parents and himself being enslaved and them being killed in front of him, with his father being murdered in front of him, still trying to find the light and still holding on to the hope of that legendary hero that will come to save them, and then trying to make a difference with the Revolutionary Army and saving people, and then himself still being dealt such a bad hand. There's always fingers crossed, hoping something finally goes Kuma's way, but it never does. Even when he's raising Bonnie, she's gonna die if he doesn't give over his humanity to the world government, to Vegapunk, to turn into this soulless killing machine, basically. The Pacifista program, all based around him, a weapon for the government. And he does it out of love for his daughter. But to save her, he had to abandon her. And then she went on her own pirate journey quest. Now she's gotten the truth, wants revenge on the 5 elders who are overseeing the program, in particular, Saturn. And Saturn becomes like our main big bad of the arc, and I think he's a really good villain. And he's not alone. There are other villains there like Rob Lucci and Kaku, whom I do think they're good villains, but I didn't like the flip-flopping so many times there. I think that was a little overdone. I get why it's there. Stussy also being there. Her role was very cool. That was quite the plot twist reveal there with her role and everything. But even though I like Rob Lucci and Kaku, like their presence there, the amount of flip-flopping I think was just a bit excessive. But in addition to their presence being there, there's also Kizaru. And Kizaru is a very interesting villain because prior to this, we'd always seen him as just like this callous, uncaring, calm, cold, bad guy. Like, do I need to kill them? Fine, I suppose it would be stimulating. I am a little bored. Here I go, reluctantly killing for the sake of the government. And that's all you ever really got, so you're under the impression that he's just like this guy who will do pretty much everything and he won't feel anything. Just basically a heartless bad guy. Well, here we get a lot more fleshing out, a lot more backstory, and it turns out he is actually somewhat intertwined deeply with Bonnie, Kuma, Vegapunk. So when he is tasked by Saturn to kill Vegapunk and Bonnie, he really doesn't want to. You can start to see emotion in this character. When he does ultimately kill Vegapunk, he is anything but happy. And it feels like there's almost this sense of relief when Luffy is able to actually overpower him. And he makes like the treasonous decision to feed Luffy when Luffy was, out of energy, out of power, so that we can continue to fight against Saint Saturn. So we got a lot more out of him, and I thought it was really interesting, and I'm so curious to see what his motivations are. What does he want? What is his goal? What is he doing? It's so good the way a lot of these things were built up and how they were executed here so far in Egghead. This is also the arc in which we get the most exposition on the Void Century and filling in the blanks for everything that's been happening that has been a mystery to this point, like with the Poneglyphs, Joy Boy. Vegapunk gives a final message to the entire world, revealing so much information, much to the chagrin of the Five Elders, whom show up at Egghead to try and put the kibosh on the broadcast and shut everything down because they can't have these secrets getting out about what's happened in the past. It's just really satisfying now because it feels like we're finally starting to see the big picture. We're starting to get these breadcrumbs to follow for what it all means and what actually happened 800-900 years ago. Who is Joy Boy and everything? Who are the Five Elders in Emu? Like, what is all of this? It's so, it's hard to not wait on bated breath for the next episode and the next big reveal. Oh, also, one of my earlier complaints with this show, the whole series, is that there was always this hesitation to kill someone, even if their role in it had been finished, their whole arc. Arlong or someone. Pretty much a villain who served their purpose that I don't think we'll ever see again. The show still had a tendency to just, knock them out and move on. They fainted, and that's it. Never to be seen again. And they did that with every character, not just villains, but any character I thought that they were setting up for a death didn't die, most notably Pell, so long ago. And I get with Pell there was a lot of stuff going on at the time there with Pell, which maybe led for him not ultimately facing a demise there. I get that, but that's just another example that I'm pulling from. There are countless others of characters that I thought should have died there to amplify the emotional stakes of what was being built to. With Egghead, though, no longer does it feel like there is a hesitation to kill off characters. There is a lot of character deaths in here that I didn't expect, that I didn't see coming, that are important characters, so it really does feel like we're reaching the end game here. I just wanted to make a mention of that. No longer is that a complaint I have with recent One Piece. They are actively killing characters. It feels like it's getting much more intense. Now, one of my biggest complaints so far about Egghead, though, and it's not even in the first half, it actually is in the second half, bringing all five elders here, I think just kind of made them seem weaker than they are. So, I like Saint Saturn as a villain. I think he's a great villain. But him actually fighting Luffy, he looks like a bitch. And I get Luffy, as the new Joy Boy, is supposed to be absolutely fucking stomping this man. He's basically blue waffling all over Saint Saturn. It's not even really a contest. But Saint Saturn as a fighter is really underwhelming. He's basically like the Derek Zoolander of the One Piece universe. He has one move. He has one look. And it's just by throwing out his little spider legs, and that's it. He doesn't do anything besides that. Even when he's not fighting Luffy, and he's going after the rest of the Straw Hat crew, he can't even kill them because he's only using his spider legs and nothing else. And then he's like, oh, this is a waste of my fucking time. I'm just going to run. So he does. So he goes to the next thing. These insects, I won't bother with them. It just makes him look like not a very terrifying presence. And when they brought the other five elders in there, the same phenomenon happened where, because now there's so many, they can't give a whole lot of focus to them. So instead, they all only do one thing. Warkery, I think, is the best example of that. That fucking goober is the equivalent to that goddamn Rick and Morty butter robot whose only purpose is to serve butter. All Warkery can do is go into boar form and charge. That is all they show him doing. All he does is just charge. So like when the Giants arrive, which, by the way, super hype. I'm extremely excited that Elbath is being brought into the mega mix here. Bragi Dory back in the fold now. It's very exciting that they're there. They're having a good time. They're super powerful. And Workery, all he does is just charge and headbutt. That's it. It just makes him seem kind of lame. He's like a E-Honda player in Street Fighter 6 just spamming that one headbutt special. That is all Workery does. So, like, it just makes it feel like he's not really a threat. He only can do one thing, and he's not even succeeding at it. Like, he's not even doing a good job with headbutting. And that's just so underwhelming for these 5 elders, whom we have this entire time been led to believe probably the most fearsome, terrifying creatures on the fucking face of that planet. And yet here all 5 of them are just getting toyed with, really. Getting laughed at, getting blasted around. Like, they can't even stop a broadcast. Like, they can't even find the transponder snail and destroy enough things to stop it. Granted, they have to be a little careful with the mother flame, I get that. But they just don't look as strong as we've been led to believe, because now all 5 of them were here, still basically getting embarrassed. Like, so far, there hasn't been a moment where I'm actually concerned about a character because of the 5 elders' presence, because they're just not good at doing anything they aim to do here. I think it would have just been far stronger if it was only Saint Saturn who was up against everyone, the Giants, Luffy, the Straw Hat crew, all while trying to stop Vegapunk's desperate broadcast to the rest of the world to get the truth out there. And Saint Saturn, against all these odds, is still making it a close fight. That, I think, would have been a really strong showcase for the 5 elders and how scary they can be, that one of them is able to go against all the strongest in the universe there. But the fact that all 5 show up and still can't succeed, it makes it seem like, well, Luffy will probably end up just fucking dog walking them at some point. Like, it doesn't really feel like they're as terrifyingly powerful as I thought they were now. Whereas again, if it was just Saturn there, I'd be left thinking like, damn, this is just one of them able to, do so much across all of Egghead here. I can't even imagine what'll happen when the other 4 get involved. But now I don't have to imagine. I know what happens when the other 4 get involved. Still fucking nothing. They still can't, kill even, a giant or anything. They can't stop a broadcast. They can't do shit. It just makes it feel like the 5 elders are just kind of weak. That's just, my main complaint so far with Egghead. It kind of took a lot of the oomph out of the 5 elders. Anyway, though, that's really my only major complaint with the second half of Egghead. Like I said, didn't love the first half, but maybe it just wasn't my cup of tea. There's really nothing in there in particular I think was bad. Even with the 5 elders, I don't think it's bad. It's just, I don't know, it felt a little underwhelming given how much had been built up about them is all. But overall, I think it's a very strong arc, and I'm really, really happy that I caught up to One Piece and I get to enjoy this in real time now as we're entering, the end of this legendary series. I think it's a masterpiece. I will say, though, I don't expect anyone to follow suit and, force themselves to watch 300 episodes if they're not enjoying it. I think it's totally fine if you just don't like One Piece after X amount of episodes to just say it's not for you and be done with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I probably would have done the same thing if it wasn't for me being so spiteful. I probably wouldn't have pushed through as hard as I did, and then I did actually fall in love with it. Again, not Stockholm Syndrome, just an acquired taste. My taste buds got a little more refined is all, as the show got better. Anyway, I just wanted to give you this yearly update here, basically. Fully caught up, we fucking did it. That's really about it. So yeah. Fine, I'll look at Brick Slayer 5000. That sounds super stupid, though. It sounds just like a Roblox meme, but I'll take a chance.
You'll see world-class Masons battling all day for champion titles.
This looks intense. What the fuck?
The action takes.
Oh, I can't take anymore. Get me in there. All right, where are we at? Where's 2019 Masonry Madness sizzle?
Kevin Avila.
Is that the Kevin Avila? Said to have laid over 15,000 bricks in only 5 months? Unrivaled in his efficiency. Oh my god. Jose Limon's come out of retirement for the Masonry Madness 2019 Spec Mix? We're in luck. No. No. Is that the ice cold Perez?
Uh-uh.
That's an impersonator.
Masonry, Jake Payne.
Jake Payne's an amateur. He's rookie. Just fresh out of high school.
Number 11, Washington R&D Masonry, Joshua Carney.
Is that two hats on top of each other? The bad boy of masonry? He'll steal your girl and make a brick house around her?
Providence Masonry, Andy Zepeda.
Andy's just happy to be here today. Just barely made the qualifying for the Spec Mix.
13 from Pennsylvania, your returning 2018 Spec Mix top craftsman, Michael Weisinger.
Oh my god, it's the Michael. Oh, the mix-em-up madman Michael himself. Returning champ.
Stall number 6 is a beautiful day here in Las Vegas.
Bloodbath. WWE Raw bricklaying.
Mean setup machine.
Woo! Thank you, Ric Flair. And the contestants are off. Last year we already had 5 deaths just from the get-go. This year it seems everyone's still intact. There's the returning champion, Michael. Already beginning construction on the new Twin Towers over here. Michael is just a monstrously efficient madman. Masonry perfected. Oh my god, we're already beginning with the wood. We're laying the foundation now, baby. We're really fucking cooking.
I am watching ESPN, the Ocho. Good shit.
Alright, don't degrade the masonry. This would not be ESPN the Ocho, this would be prime time. This would replace esports. Especially with Michael leading the charge. Michael's a nice young man and the returning champion. I once saw Michael post 3 Big Chungus memes right next to a stack of bricks. He's just like us. The competition is really fierce now. Thank God we removed the rule where you could bring a loaded firearm to these things. The chaos it caused was just too much. The masonry took the back seat to murder.
Stalls, we'll see how his tender is doing right after this. Don't go
yeah, we'll check in on his chicken tenders in a moment. But
Las Vegas.
Far be it from me to question the oldest masonry in the business there, fucking Tim the Toolman Mason Man. If you say that it's not timed, but it's all about how fast you do it, doesn't that inherently mean that it is timed?
We're right in the throes of the toughest 10.
Or maybe time doesn't apply to masonry. When you're laying bricks, time no longer applies. It's like a black hole.
This morning with the skills competition, that was at 9 o'clock. Kids are going to be doing that all the way up until noon. Now,
oh, they're teaching kids to be... That's fucking smart. The Spec Mix Toughest Tender Chicken Nuggets Battle Royale Masonry Madness is teaching kids to start laying bricks to do the work for them. That's smart. That's a really good way of getting child laborers excited about crime. Like, hey, let's make child labor a sport. That way they enjoy it. That's smart.
These tenders, they're key to their bricklayer's success. For all the tenders that are giving it
Yeah!
Way to go, fellas!
Fuck yeah!
Brick tongs going.
These are some fat tindies out here, baby.
But they're doing one hell of a job.
I've never seen bricks being laid before, so I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm sure we'll have a building here soon, hopefully.
Let's see what you got.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Terry Bradshaw. Oh, it's a sold-out stadium here today in the parking lot of Walmart. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of bricklaying enthusiasts. The Adam White? The man they said invented the chicken tender? Why are you grabbing his chest? Hey Adam, we're not really working too hard here as he's tweaking on his nipples. Yeah, so the game plan is as follows. He's going to put some bricks down with some cement. Typically how that plan goes. John Madden style.
Who's this guy?
No! No!
Are you like the veteran?
Is that Jeff Gordon?
No, this is the 3rd generation.
Yeah, I just got bored of building my own houses, so I started teaching kids how to do it. Now they do it. I don't give a fuck.
Wow, that was like...
Yeah, you goddamn right that's a party. Look at that harem of beautiful women. He may have been known for laying bricks down, but now he's known for laying that pipe, you know what I mean?
Interview we've never done before.
Whoa! I thought he was going to start eating her out.
Do you think masonry is in your future?
Let's see what her vagina has to say about the masonry.
Right. A womb with a view, I believe, is what we have right there. Awesome.
What?
Well, let's hear it for JP.
Womb with a view, baby.
Right here, you know.
What the fuck? They have jets fly over the bricklaying competition? Or is that stock footage? No, it's stock footage.
It doesn't get any better
No
than
way.
that, kids.
This better show me who wins, and it better be Michael. I can't even imagine a building not built by Michael being up the code. God damn, that is a huge crowd. There's more people here than there is at, like, fucking Overwatch Owl League matches. Holy shit!
3 minutes remaining.
Damn, maybe bricklaying's on the come up.
Top craftsman.
Boo!
This guy's first rodeo.
Boo, boo, boo. Where's Michael? Boo, not Michael. Don't care. Boo, where's Michael? Michael was like a well-oiled machine of bricklaying. Who are these guys? Nah, it's garbage. Check for performance-enhancing steroids. Check his concrete. Maybe his cement was, like, Gorilla Glued or Flex Seal glue. He cheated. Michael was robbed. I imagine most of you are familiar with the classic fairy tale of the princess kissing a frog and it turning into a charming prince. But based on the video I made earlier today, it seems most of you are unfamiliar with the true story of the out-of-touch Hollywood director that kissed a beautiful video game franchise and turned it into a piece of poop movie that's now playing in theaters called Return to Silent Hill. I made a review on it earlier today, and I feel like I should apologize for even making anyone aware of it. It seems most people were happier in the blissful ignorance, unaware that a new Silent Hill movie was even coming out and that it's bad. But I thought, instead of just focusing on, something negative, a bad movie that I wouldn't recommend to anyone, why not balance out the videos today here with the opposite of something that I have been recommending to literally everybody for like the last week. It's called Orb on the Movements of the Earth. It's a Netflix anime, which I know immediately just had a ton of people roll their eyes and just like really tempted to just stop the video now and leave. But just hear me out for a moment. Orb, I think, is an extraordinary anime that is unlike most shows I think you've probably watched. I'm making a bold assumption here, but I'm pretty confident in that assessment. And I know I did reference Orb in a video not too long ago when I was talking briefly about 100 Meters, which is another anime movie that came out to a lot of glaze, a lot of people gushing grannies over it, which I also thought it was great, and made a mention that it's from the same creator as Orb. And at the time, I hadn't finished this show yet. I only just finished it like a week ago. And since then, I've been real Orb-brained. This shit has been in my noodle for a while, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of research on my own. It's a show that I really think most people would appreciate. Now, it's really hard to talk about this show without getting into spoilers, and I think it's very important to not be spoiled on anything going into this. So I'm going to do my best here to give you the elevator pitch and hopefully put a boner in those shorts here over Orb. So the show is set in a time where there is an accepted view of our life on this planet as well as our place in the cosmos. Geocentrism, where it is believed that Earth is the center of the universe and all of the cosmic bodies overhead, the heavenly bodies, revolve around us, Earth. And in this time period, faith is, of course, of paramount importance. So to be conducting research that goes against accepted doctrine from the church in regards to geocentrism is viewed as blasphemous and will have you labeled a heretic. Heretic. It made it sound like it was some kind of like Warhammer technology or something. Labeled as a heretic, which is a huge crime punishable by death. But in the quest for the truth, to understand more about astronomy, people keep doing more research and start arriving at different conclusions that go against what's been accepted as the truth with geocentrism, which arrives at the notion that perhaps Earth isn't the center of the universe, maybe it's the sun. Heliocentrism. And this show explores how they arrive at this conclusion, the research that goes into it, as well as constantly being at odds with the church, which is life or death. And I know maybe hearing this concept, you get the impression that this is like religion bad type thing. It's not. This is a very complex show that dives into really deep and intricate themes that I think is just a thrilling journey. It's not like an action shonen where you're getting like crazy fights in every episode. There is action. There are like some sword fights that happen, but that is not the bulk of the content. The bulk of it is a philosophical exploration of research, the joy of learning things and knowledge, and the pursuit of finding like your truth or questioning things, and the importance of being able to think. It goes into so many different directions, and I think it does it beautifully. I want to talk more like deeply on it, but I don't want to spoil a single thing about this because I think it would be doing it a disservice. This show went in so many directions I could have never expected. It does not pull punches. I think it carries huge emotional weight, and I think it is just an overall very thought-provoking experience. This is actually like a top 20 anime of all time for me now. I really, really enjoyed it. At first, I imagine most people will watch it and think that it'll be pretty simple. We follow a kid named Rafal who has a chance encounter with a heretic who has just been released by the church. They gave him like a second chance, basically abandon his blasphemous research, and he gets to live. He cannot do that because this is something I think is very well conveyed in the show. When you have an idea, when you start to question things, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. It becomes something that you must pursue. It's part of human nature to like want to find these answers that now start plaguing your mind. So even though he's being tortured, and even though he knows by continuing this research it will lead to him being killed, burned at the stake, he can't help it. And our main character, Rafal, happens to cross his path and unwillingly at first ends up going on a journey with him where a simple idea gets presented. The Earth is what's moving. Geocentrism is wrong. And at first he dismisses this as just fucking lunacy. This is ridiculous. But the idea gets planted. And once that simple idea makes it into his brain, he then starts to question things. And once he starts questioning things, he starts really diving into this research, which now puts his life on the line as well. And it's the first domino that begins to fall across this, like, I think it was 25 episodes, this 25 episode journey that I think is just beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I also think this show has an incredible main villain, which is Novak, who is, I think, such a good fucking villain throughout this entire show. Super, super good. And there's so many twists and turns throughout this that I would love to talk more on, but I don't want to spoil anything. I really do hope that you'll at least give Orb a chance, because I think this is a show that a lot of people probably wouldn't even look twice at. When it came out, it flew under the radar, apparently. I thought the show was very popular because my friends like Dankin and Scoots were constantly preaching the gospel of how great Orb is, so I was hearing about it a lot, and I assumed a lot of other people were watching it, but based on what I've seen, this is not a very popular anime for some reason, and I really think that's a shame because this is a very unique one. I haven't seen a show quite like Orb before. The closest thing I can compare it to is like Vinland Saga, maybe. That would be something that I would consider kind of closely related to it in regards to like character exploration and like complex emotions being explored. Now, one thing I do know will be the case, maybe some people out there try and give Orb a shot, but they end up dropping it because they just find it to be boring. I think that's very possible. I think a lot of people might view this as a snooze fest, especially in like the realm of mainstream anime. This is very, very, very different. It is a slow burn. Kind of. I don't really consider it a slow burn because the show itself is constantly high stakes, high intensity, like always on edge. The characters you follow, at any moment, the Inquisitors like Novak could find out about their research and torture and kill them. And that there's a lot of torture and killing throughout the show. So, like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a slow burn, but it's not an action-heavy show. I also imagine some people who start the show might have an issue where every character that gets interacted with is like a very deep-thinking philosopher. There is no character in this show that's a fucking idiot. There's no character that is stupid. Every character, when they are talked to, if they have a single second of screen time, they will give you a philosophical speech. And I think some people might find that to be a bit overbearing, because I'm not exaggerating. There's no dumb characters here. Anytime a character has something to say, they have a lot to say, and it's always like pretty deeply philosophical. I actually really liked that. I was very intrigued to hear each character's unique perspectives on things. I liked that, but I think some people might find it to be, like, too much. Which, I guess I could understand. But for my taste, I actually really appreciated that. Also, I've got to mention how good the opening is to the show. It's a very creative opening, by the way. I haven't seen an anime opening do what this show does. I don't want to get into spoilers, but I will tell you, the opening goes through its own kind of evolution as well throughout the 25 episodes, which I thought was very cool. I thought that was a really unique idea that they explored. I'm sure there's other shows that have done it, but none of them come to mind, or maybe I haven't seen them. So when Orb was doing it, I thought it was great. I could go on and on glazing Orb on the movements of the Earth, but I think you get the point. I think this is a very special show. I don't think there's a whole lot of anime out there quite like this. And I really think this show will constantly surprise you. It will go places you don't expect. And I honestly think that it may even inspire some to a certain degree. Like I said, after watching Orb, I myself started doing like research because I found it so fascinating. The ancient astronomers, like what they were doing in their day and age to start reaching these kind of ideas, and how they would set out using their tools of the era that they were in to try and prove these very complicated, complex ideas, like geocentrism potentially being an inaccurate model. It was so interesting. Like, it is a show that I think can even plant ideas of its own in the viewers. And ideas are a very powerful thing. I don't know. I really, really liked Orb a lot, and I think a lot of people would. Maybe they just haven't heard about it, so this is me just letting you know Orb on the movements of the Earth fucking slaps. That's really about it, so yeah. Have you seen people speedrunning the Scientology HQ? I have. Don't know why they're messing with them. They're scary. Don't they have a whole town in Florida they control? You're talking about Clearwater. Kind of. I'm starting to think maybe Scientologists aren't as scary as people led me to believe for like the first 30 years of my life. Because you got the TikTokers now just running in there causing a commotion. They're not getting fucking killed or anything. They're not getting sued into oblivion. Maybe the Scientologists just don't have that kind of motion anymore. Or maybe they never really did to begin with. Maybe Xeno didn't bless them with that power. They stalked the South Park creators for like a year. Well, they're not doing that to any of the TikTokers that are making a mockery of them. So I just don't think they've got that dog in them anymore. They're letting Hulkmania run wild in the Scientology hubs. Would you ever join Scientology? No, man. This shit is whack. You did just remind me, though, of Braille. Every now and then I think about Braille skateboarding and when Scientology gets mentioned. I was actually stunned when I first learned this, because this channel is how I learned to skate. I think everyone was shocked when this huge plot twist happened. He basically became a full-blown, high-ranking Scientologist and threw everything else in the shitter. It looks like he still tries to do skateboarding content every now and then, though. I thought he completely stopped. I guess not. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. That's why we got on the subject.
Online, and unlike many of the ones I cover, I can actually get behind this one. Scientology speedruns. A bunch of TikToks are going viral where these people will literally just run straight through the Scientology building and then see how far deep they can get into it before getting caught and kicked out. Typically, I'm not a fan of these pranks where people just throw those glasses on then bother people for views, but when it's Scientology, I think we can all agree they deserve it. Anyways, since so many of these videos are going
37
viral, that means more and more people are going to try and do it, so I'm excited to see where this goes. Someone told one of the creators to get 30 people to do this with them, and I'm just waiting for that. I also want to see how far someone can go. What does the top floor of the Scientology building look like? Is it like Tom Cruise with a final boss health bar on him? I bet you will
It's an alternate dimension. It's Xenu's throne. It's like where the 5 elders go to worship Emu. No one ever gets to the top floor of Scientology. A CERN gateway, yeah. Have Aaron join as a joke. We pitched that idea a couple times over the years. It's not a good joke. It just puts them in jeopardy. There's not even any fun content for it. It's just a bunch of fucking twerps and gullible people who got scammed. It's actually pretty sad. Like the average Scientologist that's just getting hosed. There's not even cool content to be made with it. You watch the Scientology audit on YouTube who just yells at random employees outside their HQ and tells other people not to go in it? No? What? Wow. Scientology audit, streets of LA. Damn, these views are crazy.
Inside. Inside.
What the fuck? No way, right? They actually have a little device that beeps when an anti-Scientologist is roaming? That's some Metal Gear Solid shit with the question mark going over their head. Holy. No, it can't be real. It can't.
Oh, don't do it. It's a cult. That's a cult right there. It's a Scientology. It's a cult. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You know, this is a banger.
Oh, they just kicked him out. How you doing, sir? I'm a suppressive person. You might have to go inside now. Come on, inside, inside. Inside. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, they blurred the window. Good. Oh, you locked him out. Hey, you almost locked him out. Good boy. Good boy.
What the fuck? This is even goofier than I thought. What in the hell? Scientology stalker.
He took my knife and he pulled it on me.
Why do people keep
But guess what?
Why do people keep on taking your knives?
Because of you. It's all a joke to you.
I think you made a fool of yourself.
But what isn't a joke is I did.
You were unsuccessful.
I did nearly kill myself because of the PTSD
God,
you
you're
gave
crazy.
me.
You're crazy.
Because
Look at
of
him.
the
He's crazy. He's
PTSD
talking
you
about
gave
guys. Stay away from him. Joey's talking about killing himself.
You attacked
Joey,
me
can
with
you
your
stop
cell
talking
phone
about killing yourself? Why are you talking about killing yourself?
Within an eighth of an inch of
This
my
guy,
fucking
watch out.
eye.
We got a
And
crazy
the only
person
reason
coming
I know that
through.
happened,
We got
my
a
memory's
crazy
blocked.
person.
Is this even Scientology adjacent? What the hell just happened there? He got PTSD because the phone was near his face? The Scientology office? What the fuck?
You know. You two, both of you. You're gonna go. He's splitting up. He's leaving you. He's leaving you.
Get inside, quick!
What are you doing out here? What are you doing out here?
So is that like Scientology protocol when there's someone that's saying it's a scam, it's a cult, they have to just immediately silently leave? That's like herding sheep. They legit shut down the entire building. They call them suppressive people. What the fuck? Where's he going? He's not retreating. Oh yeah, he
over and
is.
show me your tummy. Such a good boy. Good boy back inside. Good boy's going back inside.
This is so interesting. I didn't know it was like this. So there's the warning system.
Remember him? That's you. He's a good-looking guy, right?
Probably, man. That seems like that was just a normal guy that got fucking roped into the cult. No way out. Damn. That shit's deep. Oh, of course I know about Scientology. I just didn't know about this protocol where they have to go inside. Go inside the second this guy comes around and says, "Loser! Scientology bad." Then they have to shut down the whole building and fog the windows. I didn't know that. What's the Defender video?
Oh man, we got another Scientologist grinning.
I can take that phone and break it on the motherfucking concrete.
Is that
He's talking to him. Holy fuck, wait, this is new. This is big. This is big. He's breaking Scientology programming. You're gonna get a spanking. You are going to get a spanking. You can't do that. You need to retreat inside the shelter ASAP so they can lock it down. This is not protocol. He's speaking.
threat? Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Is that a threat? You know what you made? What you just did there is a criminal threat. That's a criminal threat. You go to jail for that. Yeah. Have a good day. Yeah. Huh?
I'm the criminal.
Well, I mean, yeah. If you go ahead and break or you threaten to break my phone, that's called an assault. It's called the First Amendment. I have a right to.
Them or no?
Do you see any threats?
He's not threatening them from anything I've seen. He just says, "Boo, boo, boo." You can do that. Also, what just happened in this frame here? It's like a Snapchat filter's malfunctioning.
You're bothering them.
Too bad. It's called the First Amendment. It's
I looked like in between frames in an anime.
I have the First Amendment right to speak out against a cult. If you want to defend a cult, knock yourself out.
Why don't you go work on your own life?
I'm working on.
I'm sure you haven't done shit
what are you doing?
for yourself,
That's
buddy.
why you had the Band-Aid on your face.
Go.
You couldn't even afford a whole Band-Aid. You had to do a half of one. Who split your shit? Yeah, walk away. Oh man, we got.
This guy is not a full Scientologist. There's no way. He's Science curious. There's no way he's fully indoctrinated. He wouldn't have been speaking. He wouldn't have been allowed to speak. They would have already muted his vocal folds. Scientologist got bro.
They got you, bro. They roped you in, bro. I noticed. No, don't worry about it. But I don't see a book, so you didn't sell the book to him. No money.
Oh, she's
shipping it, huh? Bro, they got you.
She said words.
They got you, you know. Yeah. Let me. Can I look at the questions? Hey, how much do they charge you? See, Oxford capacities, right? They make it sound like it's part of Oxford University. It's not. It's just. Why did it say Scientology capacity? So that's their personality test. They use that information against you. They told you you need help, and they told you we're gonna need buy the book for $75. Take the seminar for $125, but you need them.
This guy knows his shit.
Go in there and take that test, they automatically say you need them. Always. It's a standard answer. It's a scam. How much money did they get out of you?
They got $20.
Ah, man, bro.
I just take the lot. They wouldn't let me go.
They wouldn't let you go, right?
Yeah,
how long were you in there?
At least like 2 hours. Like I've been.
They got you, bro.
Damn. Well, it looks like he's not going to be a member. Wow, this guy, he knows his shit. That guy was even saying they wouldn't let me go and they got $20 out of him. Saved his life, probably. Well, it seems like even before the Scientology audit guy started talking to him, it seemed like he wasn't really in it. Like he said, they just wouldn't let him go. Honestly surprised you've never seen this guy. I had never even heard of it. I just know about the Scientology speedruns that are blowing up right now. I didn't know that there was a whole auditor forum here. His son is a Scientologist himself, so he spends his life doing this all day. He hates them. Oh, that's gotta be awful. Oh, that's sad. Is that the actual lore behind this account? Because that is very sad, then. W fanfic if fake. A good lie if you made it up, I suppose. Charlie, they stand outside with signs all day that say, honk if you hate Scientology and stuff like that. There's a group of people that are anti-Scientology and tell people not to go in and get scammed. Hey, that's a good service. That's nice. Can't say I've seen any of that in Clearwater, which is like their hive. No, that's real. Check his second most popular video. His son died and the church mocked him for it. What the fuck? Scientologists mock my slain son. Scientology leadership ordered guard to bullbait me. Oh, that sounds truly evil.
Criminality died in the end. You should have been a better father. Oh. You really should have.
Yes, my son died. See, this is my son died because I'm a bad father.
He wouldn't be going around and getting himself. Religious.
Well, what are you talking about? Gunfights? My son didn't get in a gunfight. So the Scientology security guard made up a few lies about my son that I don't appreciate. The first lie is that he claimed my son died in a gang war. That's false. The second claim is that my son died while in a shootout. That's false.
This is extremely sad.
He died while committing criminality. That's false. And the fourth claim is that my son died because it was my fault for teaching him said criminality, which again is false. So let's actually look at the facts of the case. Okay, so first off, my son was murdered in June 2021 while he was in the process of moving. He was with his girlfriend moving from Inglewood to Signal Hill in Long Beach. On the way there, he stopped at a friend's house in Watts. When he got out of the car and waited for his friend, 3 gunmen pulled up, shot at him 40 times, and hit him 17 times.
That's just fucking tragic, man. That's extremely sad. Classic Scientology, though, going for the lowest possible blow imaginable. I don't want to hear the rest of that. That's just really sad shit. You ever know anyone who's in Scientology? No. I don't think you can know someone in Scientology. They get fucking stuck in the church and live there and buried there. You never see them again. I don't think you can actually even really know someone in Scientology. Wrong, we know Tom Cruise. True, and Braille skateboarding. But those are higher ranking members, not average people. I think the average person in Scientology is supposed to practice isolation. So, like, I genuinely don't think you can just be friends with, like, a Scientologist. They won't let you. You can, but eventually they will recruit you or try. Well, that's probably once they reach a certain level in the cult. Like, I think your basic member is supposed to be, like, completely isolated from others, so that way they just get fully indoctrinated, suckling from the teat of the cult. And I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be how it works. And then as you donate more and climb higher, then you can start, like, branching out. Yeah, I mean, I do hope hey, I'm no big fan of TikTok pranksters, but if they want to keep speedrunning Scientology, I'm all for it. This is a good prank. I like this.
So there's this new trend on TikTok where people are speedrunning Scientology buildings in Los Angeles, trying to see how far they can get before being thrown out. The prank itself seems pretty weird and mostly harmless, but some of the clips actually look really cool, like professional parkour sequences straight out of a video game. So far, every attempt ends the same way, with people being quickly escorted out through a side fire exit on the ground floor.
Damn, you got a nice haircut.
So there.
Have you heard of the hole that Scientology has? Basically a prison for members? Not familiar with the hole. I know they have like a dungeon or something, from what I recall. Something to that effect. Is that the hole? Is that what it is? Now, do speedrunning into a prison. They're not going to jail for running around in the Scientology building. The most they do is get trespassed. A hole is a compound where they own a whole street and have 100 people confined. It's in California and has a wiki page. Damn, private compound near California. Dozens of its senior executives have been confined within the building for months or years. Holy. Like, this is all, like, well known and just gets allowed to exist, by the way. Not only does it get allowed to exist, they get tax exemptions.
Meet Bailey, a 6-inch Yorkie who's robbing his owners of a sex life.
Whoa! Whoa!
Pressing down.
I hope Billy the Exterminator pays him a visit.
The job than Top Terrier, who lives with Jackie, Phil, and 18-year-old Holly on the outskirts of Glasgow.
Why did they throw in 18-year-old? So that way people knew it was legal to think about her sexually or something? That seems like an odd detail. You didn't tell me Phil's age. Is Phil not 18?
Attention and attacks if anyone.
Come on, Phil, you can handle it.
Mummy may dote on Bailey, but Phil is sick of him.
Hey, well, fuck you, Phil.
Decision about the dog.
To feed him.
That's a good boy.
Look at 18-year-old Holly just feeding the dog from the fork.
Very little food. Problem pooches for 10 years.
It's like James Bond of dog training.
That a dog should know it.
What's going on with Bailey then? We don't have a normal relationship.
Well, Mary Poppins, 18-year-old Holly and I have been feeding him pasta, and, well, he doesn't like Phil.
Okay, if you want to have sex, Bailey has to go to your mother's. We have on occasion.
That seems more like an excuse not to have sex with Phil. Hey, sorry, Phil, you know, Bailey's barking. You know, Bailey doesn't like it when we have sex. Not tonight. Or tomorrow. Phil, can we just divorce?
Okay.
God damn.
Literally, this
18-year-old Holly's just doing what her mom does. She's a victim of bad dog parenting.
Out of the house to
the dog suffers because of it.
Well, I don't think Bailey's suffering. Bailey's getting top-tier food, and he is getting to bully Phil and cuck Phil.
Okay.
Phil's just gonna rip
Turn
ass in
around.
the dog's
Just turn
face.
around. That's it. Just back, very quietly. Just back. Don't look at him.
Shit your pants, Phil.
And just relax.
She's a Phil trainer. Yeah, she's here to train Phil to be a man. Not really training the dog.
Phil thinks Bailey's a disobedient embarrassment of a dog. But Victoria
That's a bit harsh,
takes some tricks
Phil.
up her sleeve.
Especially for a man who's getting cucked by that dog. I wouldn't exactly be talking such big words.
Put the treat no.
To his dog
To help
food,
Bailey eat, I've decided to feed it this entire thing of chocolate.
Playing with him is you're really sort of simulating the kill, as it were. You're on one end of the animal, he's on the other end.
Well, to be honest with you here, I don't think Bailey's killing any
and if
animals.
the play gets out of hand, Victoria
Bailey
has
would
a
struggle
technique
against a dust bunny, let alone another
If he, for
living
example,
animal.
got your hand.
Hard for him. Really hard. But we've created it, so we need to.
Phil's stressing out about finally being able to have sex. He's already coming right now.
For him. And do what's
It's
best
been
for
years. It's been years, Victoria. Years. Years.
We're just gonna have to.
dress. Bailey stays off the table and appears to take to dog food.
Phil now eats out of a
Jackie
dog
and Phil
food bowl
use
as well.
Victoria's backing in
He
method
loves
to
kibble.
enjoy shared evenings on.
We'll take a chance.
I still don't fuck my wife. Yeah, so it turns out the Reddit mod meltdown on the Ring doorbell is real. I was very skeptical. I mentioned that a couple times in the video. It felt like forced because you genuinely, like if you asked someone to sit down with a box of crayons and said, draw me a caricature of a Reddit mod, it would spit out this guy. He's in like a pseudo trench coat with flip-flops, a Demon Slayer shirt. He even looks like the Soy Jack memes and shit and all that. I really thought that this was just like a very successful staged video. It's not. It's a very real thing, and it's actually very sad. So there's a couple of additional pieces of information that have come out. There's this video here where apparently he actually broke into the house. The claim is that the husband wasn't home and was talking to the guy through the Ring doorbell, which is what you hear in the original Freakout, but he eventually found his way in.
Where the fuck is she? Huh? Victor, you around?
So he's asking where the fuck is she? I'm assuming it's the daughter that he was talking about at the door. He starts opening these doors like it's a Scooby-Doo chase scene, like looking around. And he seems like he's in like a trance almost. Like this seems like he's having an episode of psychosis. It is what it looks like to me. And he's asking for someone named Victor. I don't know who he's looking for. Maybe Victor Von Doom or something. I have no fucking clue. But he's looking for Victor and trying to locate some girl that he believes is in distress.
Victor, you around? Huh? You like raping little girls, bitch? Huh? You fucking try me, I swear to God I'll fucking kill you. Do you understand me? Where the fuck is she?
So I don't know who he's talking to there. In the comments, the poster said that they know who this happened to, which is how they have this ring footage that he had sent it to him. In the comments, apparently the wife of the homeowner was home and had like locked herself in a room to try and stay safe, and I'm guessing that's who he's talking to there. Where he says, if you try me, I'll fucking kill you. I'm assuming he's talking to the wife there. And he didn't know this guy. So this guy was, I guess, just taking a cruise through the neighborhood and then picked this house.
You okay? Are you okay here? What's going on? Where are you?
It's a little quiet, but you can hear him say, are you okay? Are you okay in here? That could be the wife he's talking to there. I'm not sure, but he was saying something like, I'll kill you to someone else, like if you try me. And then he says, are you okay in here? To someone too. I'm not sure, you know, who he's talking to there or what that's about. But again, it feels like he's in like a state of psychosis. Eventually the homeowner does get here.
You might. Where is she? Get the fuck out of my fucking house! You think you can fucking shot me, motherfucker? I will save that little girl, you bitch! There's no fucking... You fucking liar! I can hear her! I can fucking hear her!
So now there's a big tussle. So you can hear them scrapping. It's off camera. You can't see it, but I'm picturing like in Ed, Edd n Eddy when they start fighting all together. It's just like a big old cloud of smoke and a bunch of fists are flying. You can hear them rummaging around there, getting pugilistic. It's shaking the ring camera. But the whole time, you can hear him saying, like, where is she? That kind of thing. And then I was going to fast forward a bit. I don't know how long it lasts. But eventually, he, like, starts to de-escalate the situation, the homeowner.
Man, who are you talking to, bro? You are. My name's Harry Dredson. Get the fuck out of my house.
He keeps insisting his name is Harry Dredson, the professional wizard detective. So even inside the home, while presumably getting his ass beat here, he is also maintaining, I'm Harry Dredson. Maybe he like flashed a badge or something at him. I don't really know. But he is staying with that. They're fighting. He keeps insisting that someone needs help here, the daughter or some woman, something. And then the homeowner comes down after the scuffle with this big shovel here, a fucking massive shovel. He's got the big snow shovel out, and now he starts to defuse it.
Third room, bro. I'm telling you, get the fuck out of my house, please. Just answer the question. Get the fuck out of my house. Answer the question, please. There's no one in there. There's 3 rooms, man. I don't know who you are. You better get the street at 1797 Co-op Drive. I don't know who you're talking about, man. Why do I hear screaming? Are you military? Yes. Okay. Can you help me out? Okay. Yes. I understand what you're going through right now. Yes. Can you step outside? Yes, sir. Thank you. Will. Thank you for asking.
So that is something that I found really interesting. He asks if he's military. He says yes. And he says, I know what you're going through. And then after he asks that question, like his whole demeanor kind of changes. And that's when he gets him outside. And that's when you see this arrest. Like, it's not fake. This inside footage I haven't seen outside of like the subreddit here. It feels like it's really hard to fake because it's definitely not AI. It is 1000% the same guy. Like that. I think this is probably legitimate as well, but the arrest is 1000% real. So that's how he gets him outside. I don't know if he's actually military or anything because, again, it seems like he's in a state of psychosis, so he might not even know what he just said yes to. Or maybe he really is ex-military and he is struggling with, like, PTSD or something. It's impossible to know, but he is definitely going through some kind of, like, episode here. So they fight. He de-escalates it with the snow shovel. Then everything else takes place outside. You can see the cops come in. They're checking on everything.
Fairfield Police, is anybody inside?
Fairfield Police Department.
And then outside, they take him away in cuffs.
No, or I will fucking end you. Do you understand me?
He rang the bell. The fight is on. Sounding straight out of an old Xbox Live lobby right there.
Don't move.
But yeah, they've got him out here now. And again, that's the homeowner that you can see here. He's wearing the same thing, so it's definitely the same guy. I think there's no world that this is somehow fake or staged. These aren't actor cops. These aren't like fucking strippers or anything. These are real. His police report is out there. He's facing a lot of charges. It turns out it was 1000% genuine, which I cannot believe. Me after 2 beers. well, bub. Interesting. Yeah, then they take Cobra Commander away.
Nick!
It was real. You can find his arrest report. He got hit with 4 felony charges for assault, deadly weapon, criminal threats with intent to terrorize, first-degree burglary, and vandalism. Yeah. I won't pull up the arrest report, but it's out there. He is looking at some very serious stuff. Like I said, from here it really seems like he is just truly not in his right mind. I am very curious what the true story behind this guy is. Like, what actually led to this. This shit is unhinged. He did threaten to kill multiple times, and he did fight. Like, he fought the homeowner. I don't believe the wife was hurt or anything, so that's lucky. Crazy stuff, man. He's honestly lucky he didn't get shot. Like, at the door and certainly inside the house while going around, like, opening doors and slamming shit and, like, making threats, presumably at the wife that is apparently hiding in there. Like, it's lucky he didn't lose his life. He's lucky that he found this homeowner who, like, really did a master class in de-escalation, because most people aren't doing that. And even this is a really risky thing to do, because this guy absolutely could have followed through on his threats and just started shooting if he had a gun. Like, this was very dangerous and ended up working out, but that's not how it's going to play out most of the time, man. This guy would have absolutely been shot in most other places. Good news! Phoenix Wright just lost a client, as I will no longer be requiring his services. The potential lawsuit that I was wrapped up in is no longer being pursued. It is amicably being banished to the Shadow Realm, so it's done and dusted. I even talked to Brad Arnold on the phone a couple of times, who was one of the people listed in the demands letter that was teetering on lawsuit. And he was very friendly and apologetic about the whole thing, and he was kind of filling me in on things with this system that he didn't even know was going on and he didn't agree with. And I think there's actually a lot to talk about in regards to how this even happened in the first place. But first, let me give you the lay of the land here in case you don't know the lore with what's going on. To bring you up to speed, the previously on Dragon Ball Z, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, yesterday I made a video going over how I might be sued, as I had been served some very hefty legal paperwork. It was spearheaded by an IP law firm believing that I was liable for potential copyright infringements and damages in the many tens of thousands of dollars, even into the six figures. In the papers, there was a sense of urgency to comply and respond, and failure to do so would enact even bigger penalties, and that would be when the full lawsuit would come through. What I received was the demands. And when I received this, I was of course pretty skeptical because there are a lot of like fraudulent bad actors out there that are phishing. Who knows, this could have been fucking pages from the Death Note for all I knew. It was representing two YouTubers, Brad Arnold and Reed Timmer. And I didn't immediately recognize who that was. And I don't do like React content or anything, so I was pretty confused. I thought this may have just been, potential phony baloney, suing local Florida man because he pooped when he meant to fart, I thought this could be made in error, especially because the language in the paperwork was very fishy, saying like I used it multiple times, but then it just listed the same YouTube video twice as if they were separate instances. It was a live stream I did during Hurricane Milton. I live in Tampa, so Hurricane Milton came through with the fucking meat. And I was streaming during it, and of course I was checking in on Milton to see what the fuck was going on out there with this hurricane that was in my own backyard here slapping us around. And some of the footage that I showed was from Ryan Hall, y'all, who had footage from Brad Arnold in it, and the other was a bit of Reed Timmer. They were both storm chasing Hurricane Milton at the time, and in total, the footage that was used across both of their work was less than 2 minutes, and it was very, very briefly shown just to stay knowledgeable on what was happening, both for my own safety and just, of course, to like show the audience, this is the hurricane that's here. It was not copying it or stealing it or trying to like make money off it or anything like that. I reached out to both of them privately just to check, hey, are these real right here? Are we dealing with big naturals or is this all, like fake? What's going on? I just wanted to verify the authenticity, but 2 days went by and I didn't hear back. And since the paperwork did express a very real sense of urgency, I made the assumption that, okay, this must have been something they signed off on, so I got my legal team on it, and then I made that video yesterday bringing everyone up to speed on what's happening. And I also do think it was just an important topic to talk about in general because it is concerning that if you do show like less than like a handful of seconds worth of like a content during a natural disaster, you could somehow be liable for many thousands of dollars. Like that is something that most people cannot afford to like take that kind of hit, especially when there was no wrongdoing, no malicious copying or stealing of someone else's work, just textbook fair use, staying knowledgeable on a natural disaster and using a couple of brief snippets of footage to stay up to date on what's going on. And getting served paperwork like that with like the very serious nature, the very serious amount of money on the line, I imagine is very scary to a lot of people that would receive it. I don't know how many people got this big blast here, that I don't know. It feels like it was a shotgun approach, and boy howdy did they load that birdshot in. And both Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold were quick to respond and also quick to like retract this whole thing, both saying the same thing. They didn't even know this was happening. So I'm just going to clue you in on everything here. The company, Viral DRM, is a company that has actually reached out to Matt before. And from what I can tell, they are now getting into the space of trying to represent creators as a digital rights manager to enforce their copyright, to smack down, bad actors that might be using it for their own personal gain, so that way you can come in and take the pie back. And that's kind of the business model. The firm was not Viral DRM. I believe the firm was contracted by Viral DRM. They're an IP law firm. They're a very real firm that does IP law. And it's very clear that none of this was ever walked by Reed Timmer or Brad Arnold. They didn't know. Both of them have said the same thing. They did not know I was named in this. And Brad Arnold went a step further, saying he doesn't know when they even send this out to others that are using it. That has now come to his attention now. That they are not even brought up to speed with who their digital rights manager is even going after and what for. Now, based on the conversations I've had and from what I've gathered here, I believe the process is Viral DRM has this content that they have the rights to protect. They log it into their systems, and then their system will start to flag instances of that content appearing in other works that maybe didn't get a license deal or anything go through. So it will now see that that is flagged internally as a potential problem. Then it feels like they go full Yosemite Sam here, firing from the hip, shoot first, ask questions later, making the assumption that it must be a bad actor doing something, nefarious with this content to try and avoid paying for it, and thus action must be taken. And according to what Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold are saying, they don't even consult them first or anything. They just take matters into their own hands and do it without ever even bringing them up to speed on what's going on or why in regards to that content. Without ever even checking with their clients here, in this case Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold, do you want to pursue this? They're just doing it without even consulting them. And it's something that Brad Arnold mentioned is pretty disturbing to him that needs to change. So he's already trying to get a handle on that so this doesn't happen to other creators or other people going forward, because it is an issue. Yes, it sucks that I got served this paperwork, but imagine all the other people that might have this exact same legal documents, stack of legal documents sitting on their desk right now panicking that it hasn't been retracted because Brad Arnold and Reed Timmer don't even know they got it, because Viral DRM has already just went through all of this without talking to them first. When it takes 2 seconds for Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold to see, in my case, how it was utilized and be like, oh, that's totally fine. What the fuck? What are we doing here in the first place? This is a huge mistake. There's a big misunderstanding. Why are we even this far down the road on it? The reason why they even have someone manage the rights of their content, as I understand it, keep in mind I'm a little new to the whole Storm Chaser ecosystem here and how their content gets exploited and all of that. But the reason why Storm Chasers sign with these agencies and these managers is because apparently there has been a history of organizations media outlets stealing the content for their broadcasts without paying the licensing fee that they charge to license it out, or they'll do it uncredited, and they'll just take it without ever even contacting the Storm Chaser. And Storm Chasers, as I understand it, they pay out of pocket for these missions, really. So they have these managers manage the rights of it, so that way that doesn't happen. So if a media outlet comes in, takes the content without paying them, well, it now gets flagged internally, so now they can reach out and try and get that money that they are owed for the work. But it is clearly, fucking digivolved into something far different, where now it's extending to the entire internet space, where anyone now that shows even a brief section of the work is on the hook. Which is, I think, very different than how Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold intended for it to be utilized, especially with how Brad Arnold talked about it to me on the phone. He does not agree with how it is being utilized like this. It's just very odd. It almost feels like it's designed to be there for, a settlement, as opposed to going through, the entire process. Because it took Brad and Reed 2 seconds to get caught up to speed with what was going on and why, and say oh, this is a big mistake. This shouldn't be happening. But the Viral DRM has already gone through all of it, and I'm now served these papers. So it feels like they just built the case very quickly, and it feels very weird to me. Because I don't think, if this didn't get retracted, if this went through the entire song and dance, the bells and whistles, I really don't think there's a world in the fucking multiverse that Doctor Strange would peer into where this would win. So the whole thing is just odd to me. I do think that there was probably paperwork signed between Reed Timmer, Brad Arnold, Viral DRM, about how they have full autonomy to manage their rights in whatever way they deem appropriate. But I don't know if Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold were aware of things like this happening. And based on how I was speaking with Brad Arnold and what he was talking about, it seems like he doesn't really like that. He doesn't know what's going on in regards to how his content is managed here and this litigious nature. And it seems like the whole purpose is to stop legitimate bad actors from stealing it and circumventing the licensing fee and that kind of thing, which this was not doing here. And again, I have no idea if this went to a lot of people or just me. I don't know. Anyway, though, I'll stop blabbering here. Like I said, I did talk to Brad Arnold on the phone, and he was a very nice guy and very understanding of, like, how messy all of this was here. So, and like I said in the last video, there's no ill will here from my end towards Reed Timmer or Brad Arnold for this. I appreciate it being handled so quickly here, and I've got my fingers crossed, really hoping that if others do have this, it can be actually looked at from all parties here to see, is it a mistake like it was in this case here? So hopefully all of this can be, you know, more buttoned up and better in the future, so it can actually be used to protect their content from people that are actually trying to steal it, rip them off, and that kind of thing. So wishing both Reed Timmer and Brad Arnold the best here. I know they both have YouTube channels and their own careers. Hopefully this kind of thing is just water under the bridge now, and there'll be no more scary legalese paperwork going to people that don't deserve it. So anyway, that's really about it. See ya. Hola, mi nombre es Carlos y he estado practicando español. Yep, that's about where that stops. I've recently been practicing Spanish again. I previously studied Spanish for like 8 years, 8 años, when I was in school, escuela. And I haven't dusted off that knowledge in well over a decade, and I've recently just had the urge to go back and study it, so that way I can hopefully become fluent in Spanish at some point. Ever since Chinese Charles kind of took over on Bilibili, I've really liked the idea of being able to speak more than one language again. Chinese Charles really kind of opened my third eye and enlightened me on the fun of being able to speak multiple languages, but I have no knowledge on Chinese, but I do on Spanish, so I figured that was the one that made the most sense for me right now. So, you know, I don't need the Rosetta Stone or anything. I'll just chip away at it, and hopefully we'll see how my Spanish is looking like a year from now. But anyway, that has nothing to do with today's video. I just thought maybe you'd find that cool. Today's video is actually about a wacky woman getting a little bonkers in an Uber.
He's videoing me now.
Yeah, for my safety.
If you feel endangered, I would refer you to call the police.
Now, I don't know who she has on the phone there. Maybe it's fucking Miss Frizzle about to scoot in with the magic school bus. I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you is that if you feel in danger, maybe the first thing you should do is get out of the car. So this whole thing has apparently started because she feels unsafe in this Uber. Yet she refuses to leave the Uber. And now she's making calls in the back seat there like it's fucking Deal or No Deal. Just get out of the car. Why would you not remove yourself from the situation you feel unsafe in? You are just keeping yourself planted there. And this guy wants her to get out of the vehicle. He has now started filming for his own safety, which I think is a very smart call from him, because if she starts to try and spin some fib that he was like, you know, scary, mean, angry, you know, threatening her or something, he now has this very clear evidence that he was just sitting there and doing nothing threatening, and that he was actually the one that felt unsafe around her with her fucking lunacy.
So what do you provide as a safety line?
She says she feels unsafe. I'm sitting here, obviously, have my seatbelt on. Nothing's going on. She's sitting back there. She refuses to get out of my vehicle. So I'm recording for my safety.
Is there any store or is there anything in the area that you're in that you can go in and wait for your next Uber driver?
As you can see, there's the businesses right in front of us. You see the businesses.
Exactly. They're not in the fucking back rooms here. They're not in the middle of nowhere. As he just showed you, there is a business right in front of them. She could easily just get out of the vehicle and wait there for the next Uber if she's unsatisfied with this one and feeling unsafe. Why is she just waiting in the vehicle if she feels so unsafe? This is the classic fucking Watchmen moment of, I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me. I feel terrible for the Uber driver. Dude just has to sit here and just stew in this weirdo atmosphere she is creating over nothing. Now, to me, and this is just my little tinfoil hat game theory here, my little conspiracy I've cooked up, I feel like this is probably a scheme that she pulls from time to time to avoid paying for an Uber. I feel like she's probably doing this to try and get, like, a refund through the service. Like, I felt so unsafe. This is unacceptable. I need a refund. Look at this, like, horrible experience I went through. It was traumatic. I couldn't leave the Uber. I was trapped. I was a prisoner in the Uber. I need my money back. That's what I think it is.
She says she don't feel safe, but she refuses to get out. She can go right to the business over there. There's chairs. She can sit there with her things and wait for her next Uber.
He's gonna drive off with my packages. I mean, this is like, I've never had this before. I'm pretty surprised that you're not able to provide more assistance other than call the police.
So her concern is that when she gets out of the vehicle, he's going to drive off with her packages. Why would he do that? Like, I don't even know why that would be a thought that would cross his mind, that he would drive off with your packages. He just wants you the fuck out of there. I would guess that he would do anything to get you out of that car. He looks miserable in there. This lady's like a dementor, sucking all of the joy and fun out of life everywhere she goes, it looks like. And I don't know who she's on the phone with. Like, why are you surprised that they can't do more than just refer you to, like, calling 911 if it's an actual emergency? What is she supposed to do? Get the Navy SEALs over there? I'm so curious who she's talking to on the phone there. Like, maybe she got Zordon on the horn and she's hoping that he'll dispatch the Power Rangers over there to save her packages and let her get out of the back seat. Just get out of the fucking car. Anyone would tell you the same. Like, if you feel unsafe, just get out of the vehicle. And if he's trapping you there, call 911. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I have an expensive package in the trunk. If I get out, what if he drives off with it?
Now she's saying I might drive off with her things when I can clearly just take them out
If he's
and place them over the
to
side.
get out of his car and he's on the phone with the authorities, you could get your package and wait for your next Uber.
But how do I get the package?
You get out of the car, bozo. That's how you get your package. Oh my god, what an infuriating person. He is even saying he can just take her packages and put them over there. Take Bikini Bottom and move it over there. He is telling you he will do that. Just say, okay, let's do it.
I need him to open the trunk.
Open the trunk.
Okay.
You can ask him to open the trunk.
Well, I'll do that right now. Whatever gets you out of here, I don't care. I'll open it, you get your package, whatever you need to do. I'm going to get her package out of the back. So she's scared I'm going to take her package. Her package is out. Her package is right there. I'm right here. I'm getting back into my vehicle.
Once he heard a possible solution to get her the fuck out of that car, he sprung into action. He recognized this was a stalemate on the chessboard, but then heard her talk about this package and was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it myself because she's not leaving, so I'll get the package. He gets it, he sets it on the ground, then the ball is in her court. The rest is in God's hands there. He set the package down, and it's like placing a nut like in the grass or something to like lure a squirrel out to go somewhere. So he's hoping that that'll be enough to get her to finally open that car door and just leave. And thankfully, it was. We got the good ending here. She finally got out of the car. What a baffling interaction. So, she felt unsafe in the Uber. And instead of leaving or anything to try and remedy that situation that she's cooked up in her head, she stays in the Uber. What sense does that make? How do people go about their lives like this? It is incomprehensible to me. Anyway, I just had the app about it. What a weirdo. That's about it. See ya. You heard about the Amazing Digital Circus movie getting leaked and some people are blaming the creator? What? for leaking it? The creator said, "Who cares?" and the fan base irked out. Wait, wait, what? So wait, the Amazing Digital Circus movie leaked, and the creator was like, oh well. And people are upset about that? I think that's I mean, I'll look at it real quick, but to me that sounds like a good attitude to have about it. What are they supposed to do? Fucking freak out? Fuck all of you! How dare you! Like, I feel like handling it with grace is far better. So the much anticipated finale to the popular YouTube series is already leaked online. The theatrical release, distributed by Fathom Entertainment, with the officially unreleased episode 9, runs for an hour, which is twice as long as the typical entry. Cinematic conclusion, fan favorite, releasing on June 4th. Okay, here we go. Unfortunately, leaked footage of the entire film and its Brazilian dub have emerged online the past few days. The finale to the web series has faced controversy for not having a simultaneous release in theaters and on YouTube and Netflix, though this timed release schedule is crucial for bringing fans who would normally watch the series on the internet into seats at the cinema. Responds to the leaks on Blue Sky, writing, "I haven't seen what the leaks even are, but I'm gonna guess probably not." And since deleted posts where she replies, who cares? The animator later apologized on the platform, stating, "I know people are upset with my response, which is fine, but I kind of just wanted to make a cartoon, and it ended up being way more trouble than it's worth." Oh man, not a fan of what the fan base has become, it sounds like. Admits that she can't keep my heart in this thing anymore, and it's gotten too much bigger than me, and I probably shouldn't be the figurehead of it. That's sad. I feel like shows like this generate such an odd and toxic fan base. It's not just shows. When you reach the level of popularity like The Amazing Digital Circus, it's always going to get weird. It's pretty much everything that reaches that level. I don't hold it against this property in particular. Feel bad for her, though. I mean, I'm sure she's doing well as a result of it, but it seems like she has really been burnt out and just doesn't like what it's become. The entire episode got uploaded on Reddit 3 days ago. Yeah, everything leaks now. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. I don't see what's wrong with her response. Who cares? I don't see what's so bad about that. I don't know why people be upset. Happens. It was out of her control. All she can do now is just be like, alright, there it is. Like, why are people mad? I don't know, this is my first little bit reading about it, so I don't know if it goes deeper than this, I couldn't tell you, but to me this seems like a pretty fine response to all of it. Dolan Darkus made a video on it. Is there more to it than just this? Let me see.
Welcome back to...
This is a long slop from Dolan. A 3-minute slopperoo? Well, okay, so how does it go so deep? I don't understand. Enlighten me, Dolan.
Slop Live. The Amazing Digital Circus situation is getting out of hand. If you aren't caught up, basically the final episode is coming out soon and is meant to come to cinemas. Well, somehow the episode ended up leaking early online in a Brazilian dub, and when the creator of the show, Gooseworks, was told about this, they initially said the leaks probably weren't real, and then when they were told they were definitely real, they said, who cares? This, of course, caused a meltdown amongst the fanbase, with a lot of people saying she deserved to have it leak, and she shouldn't be acting this way about a show that she created.
I love that. You shouldn't be acting this way about the thing I like that you made. I know better than you know. Bro, it's her fucking show, man. Again, I see no problem with her just reacting that way. It was out of her control. The shit leaked. I think it's a lot better than, raising up arms like, all right, guys, we gotta go over fucking war. It's scorched earth time. I can't believe it. Fuck everyone. We're coming for scalps now. I think that's much better and much more respectable. To me, that is handling it with grace. Just like, okay, you know what? Is what it is, I guess. I don't see the problem.
Other tweets saying things like, Gooseworks is racist, into incest, a bad writer, and overall a corny and insufferable person. I couldn't care less about the show leaking. Now she did end up deleting her response and made a follow-up response saying, I know people are upset with my response, which is fine, but I kind of just wanted to make a cartoon, and it's ended up being way more trouble than it's worth. I really just can't keep my heart in this thing anymore. It's gotten too much bigger than me, and I probably shouldn't be the figurehead of it. It's also worth noting that the Amazing Digital Circus fanbase is probably one of the worst fanbases on the internet right now.
Okay, Dolan, let's not get carried away. I don't know too much about the fan base for it, to be honest. But that's baloney. I'm going to tell you right now, there ain't no way that's true. No, there's no way. Oh, nope, I'm shutting that shit down. There is no shot.
Is probably the reason Gooseworks no longer seems to care that much about the show. One tweet with 50,000 likes saying, "The amazing digital circus got leaked, and instead of getting mad at the leakers, we're mad at Gooseworks." One with 60,000 likes saying Goose's apathy is 1,000% justified. They did everything they could to prevent this, got harassed non-stop.
So these are very popular. It seems like the sentiment is like, hey, I think she's in the right for just expressing that. I think it's fine. So is it just like it seems like it's a small piece that's mad at her for just being like, who cares?
It happened anyway. This fandom genuinely deserves nothing. Another saying how Gooseworks' last few posts on social media were basically her saying she'd been pulling all-nighters to make the finale look as perfect as possible, just for it to get leaked and a bunch of people saying it either sucked or celebrating its downfall. And this is the sort of people we're dealing with. This person complaining that Gooseworks used a song by a black man covered by a white man in the ending of her show, attaching a video of people chanting white power. They're then told in the replies to not spread misinformation, as the song was actually covered by an Asian man, not white.
What is
and
happening?
Their response is to say, "Sorry for the misinfo, but whatever, the tweet still stands."
Listen, guys, it was incredibly wrong, but I'm still mad. Fuck you.
No, I don't think the tweet still stands at all. This is the sort of people that we're dealing with, just absolute morons. And I think this tweet probably sums up the whole situation, saying Gooseworks is a victim of the childish, infectious rot that is internet fandom culture, an entitled, bratty, mentally deficient, and emotionally subpar group of adult consumers that eat and eat and eat and throw a tantrum because they choked on their content.
Damn, that was deep.
I think another problem is that the loudest people in the fandom are all like 13 years old. And someone dug up this old tweet from Gooseworks 3 years ago saying, "When this circus show comes out, I'm going to have to ask all of you to sign a waiver stating that you'll be a good fandom and not a horrendously vicious, annoying one.
Rough.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to make the show bad on purpose." Well, I think she has the opportunity to do one of the funniest things possible. Thanks for slopping by.
How interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know enough about the fandom. I just don't believe the statement that they're like the worst fandom there is right now. I can't imagine that. So many fandoms have just been trash lately. Okay, that's recency bias. It has been this way since like the beginning of the internet. When a ton of people flock to something and it grows to a certain level of success, it's always going to end in rot eventually. It's just a numbers game. There's going to be weirdos that get there. There's going to be freaks that get there. It happens to literally anything that gets to a certain level. It's not exclusive to just the current climate, though I will agree that in the current climate, it's kind of a competition to see who can be like the most rabid, loyal worshiper of property. Like you want to be the biggest fan ever, like you dedicate your life to it, they make it like a sport. I get that. But it's not like the actual fandom around things is new and the behavior is new. It has been there for so long. Which mainstream fandom do you believe is the most toxic fandom out there? Ooh, that's a really interesting question. Oh, that's a really good question. There's so many good options. Especially when it comes to anime. Or things like Genshin Impact. Like gacha communities. There are so many, like, banger options. What would be, like, the actual worst, though? I don't know. I'd have to really, really, really think about it. Star Wars? No, definitely not Star Wars. Star Wars has been super splintered. That has completely lost its cultural impact, so it doesn't really have that kind of rabid fan base anymore. It's definitely not Star Wars. It actually might be Snyder Cult. It actually genuinely might be the Snyder Cult. They go ballistic. There was also that one Snyder Cult member who literally stalked people at, like, conventions and stuff if they talked shit about, like, the Snyderverse. It might be them. They are super weird. Damn, I don't know. I can't think of anything over that right now. I'm sure if I really racked my brain for a little while, we could think of something better. But for now, probably the Snyder Cult. Archive's right, it's My Hero Academia. I always hear about My Hero's community being, like, really toxic and aggressive. I never saw it. I never saw anything crazy from them outside of, like, some, like, fringe weirdos, but I don't know if I just missed it because I wasn't super tuned into My Hero. Like, I stopped watching it actively around, like, season 3, and then picked it up again in the last 2 seasons and caught up. So I might have missed all of it? I don't know. I never saw it. That fandom moved on to Gachi Akata and are now harassing that author. True, Dankin! Wait, that's so true. Well, I don't know about it being the My Hero community that moved to Gachi Akata, but the Gachi Akata fans, they are vicious. To the author, it's like herself. It's crazy. They are just so mean to her. Telling her how she should write it, what her story actually is and should be. It's fucking gross. Yeah, that's a good one, actually. I didn't think of that. In your opinion, why do you think there's a huge influx of ass people rather than boob lovers? I feel like it's the reason Hooters went out of business. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not the reason Hooters went out of business, but that first part of the question is an interesting scientific inquiry. There has been huge ass influx over the last, like, decade and some change. It has been like a Tookus society we've been in. When it used to be about honkers. I personally think it's because of, like, music, movies, and models going more in, like, prioritizing ass over titties. So they started doing a lot more, like, marketing around ass as opposed to melons. So over time, it subtly planted the seed that ass is better. But I've always been a booby loyalist. From day one, womb to the tomb. I've always been about the milk tanks. Yeah, ass has just been shown off more in public and in media over time. Exactly, I think it's just that simple. It had a bit of a renaissance and then it solidified itself as, like, the go-to over boobies. Ass is an industry plant. Is it true? Can you imagine that at the corporate think tank? We have all this ass and it's just, we can't sell it as well. We're in a booby economy. What do? We gotta do something. And thus, eureka! Twerking. You're a genius! Big ass doesn't want the truth to spill. You can suck on boobies, can't really suck on ass. Okay, well, alright, listen, buddy. You certainly can. I don't know what you're yapping about. You can suck on anything. Literally anything. But yeah, if it's between ass and boobies, yeah. It's much more enjoyable. It's sucking on the upstairs. Why is Christopher Nolan lying about never owning a phone? Is he saying that? Christopher Nolan on not having a smartphone or email. It's getting harder. I feel like that's just not true. Christopher Nolan still doesn't have a smartphone or email address. He was a guest on 60 Minutes. He fessed up about not having used either. You're telling me you've never used email, Christopher Nolan? Nolan told Pelly that he has no interest in sending emails online but receives a lot of printed emails in person. People are like, you've got to take a look at this. Alright, but no, I've just never been particularly interested in that form of communication. In that as a form of communication. He also added that although he's never had a smartphone, it's become harder and harder to live without one. The return of the QR code has been quite tricky. QR code had sort of gone away, but COVID brought it back. Now it's kind of everywhere, and if you don't have a smartphone, you can't do much with a QR code. I bet there is plenty of evidence of him having both used email and having a smartphone. Let me see. Where can I look around? I need to find some older photos. I don't feel like looking super hard, though, but yeah, apparently he's been getting dunked on for this. Here, on Business Insider, this is literally the thumbnail pic. Directed for Christopher Nolan at the Interstellar premiere in Shanghai 2014. Maybe that's not his phone, though. Bro's basically The Rock. I don't know why celebrities insist on doing this quirky shit like The Rock, where he's tried In and Out for the first time 3 times in a row. Like, I feel like it's not the most interesting thing in the world to just be like, oh, I don't use email. No, I don't have a smartphone. Especially when you lie about it. But maybe he truly doesn't have a smartphone and never has. He said he has a flip phone for traveling. He's not bragging about it, he was asked. Was he? What was the question? Do you have a smartphone?
You don't do email?
I do not. I never have.
And why not?
Oh, no interest.
Do you get letters? I mean, postal letters with stamps on them?
I get a lot of printed emails where people are like, "You got to take a look at this."
All right.
But no, I have just never been particularly interested in that as a form of communication. To be
no
honest.
smartphone.
No, I've not.
Oh, okay, so it was the interviewer bringing it up. I thought it was just one of those quirky things about like The Rock, as I already used as an example. Okay, makes more sense then. But I still feel like that's just genuinely not true, especially when there's pictures of him holding a smartphone in the past. Since the day I was born, it was clear to everyone, my parents, the doctors, that I was born to be a gamer. I have an entire channel dedicated to non-stop gaming, Moist Critical Gaming, best gaming channel on YouTube. And I started to ponder recently, is there a way to elevate this experience of gaming? Something we all take for granted. And got me thinking, because realism is something that's very important to a lot of games, but games are somewhat limited in what they can make you feel, right? Because they're a game on the screen. Yeah, they can kind of scare you with jump scares, but you'll never get like that terror of feeling like you're actually in danger. You know, it's not Ready Player One where if you come in the game, you come in real life. And it got me thinking and stinking, is there a way to set something up that can get that kind of experience where like playing Counter-Strike, you can, feel the recoil. You can feel when you get shot within reason, not actually like, you get shot in the game and you get shot in real life. Not to that extreme. And I had remembered a while ago, I'd actually seen a couple of people experiment with something like that. Most notably, the guy who created the recoil machine. This was a viral video a while back. I can't find the original anymore, but he set up a recoil machine where you would obviously feel it, and it's fucking amazing to look at. And he's not the only one that set things up like this. I remember someone did something similar with a desk where, like, if a grenade blows up, the desk pops, that kind of thing. So I thought, why not combine all of these ideas, creating the next evolution of realistic gaming experiences for a first-person shooter? So we started kicking around the idea with a friend of ours who's an engineer, who thought he could make it happen, so he did. And I think the results are pretty great. Alright, here it comes. See, that's how games are supposed to feel. Oh wait, I'm on SSG now.
You're getting big shots. Oh my god.
Yep, I got that too, by the way. Alright, give me the auto again. So this is one of many features. So instead of having like the recoil machine that's blasting your shoulder and destroying the setup, I wanted something that was somewhat functional. So having recoil on the sniper in particular, it was set up with a hydraulic blaster that when you fire an op or SSG or the auto, God forbid the auto, you go on a whole roller coaster there. That turns this shit into a Sibian sex machine. It would then blast your chair. So you'd feel the recoil, basically. Another thing was flashbangs. Flashbangs we had a massive light set up, so the flashbangs would blind you IRL, so you'd really be mindful of trying to avoid flashes in game. He also set up a hydraulic system for damage, so if you took a lot of damage, you're gonna know because the desk fucking explodes like it just got hit with dynamite, like Wile E. Coyote got the plunger out and just exploded the desk.
Great. Bus driver, move that bus.
Cowabunga.
I knew that would be it. Imagine you're watching Long from B and you just hear tink, 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 tink. And then this.
And then you hear your teammate explode IRL.
You hear somebody just scream.
Oh.
Oh, it did fuck up the bottom.
Oh, it did.
Big old hole.
Yeah.
So cracked the corner too.
Yeah. There's also the tack vest. I don't actually know what this is called. This is just a piece of equipment that already exists that he found and decided to slap it on to see what that feels like. So it's like something for your wrists and your chest. So when you're shot in the game, it'll like vibrate or somewhat like indicate through pressure where you got shot. It's a nifty little thing, but it's more of a novelty than like an actual realism thing. But the hydraulic systems to the chair and the desk were fucking extraordinary. It really amplified the stakes, and the flashbangs were legitimately debilitating. So, naturally, after making sure everything worked, we took it into ranked. It's been a while. I'm home.
Oh, there goes my Dust 2 rank.
Does SSG make it go off as well? This is just going to be a dead round. This is just me on haptic feedback playing Counter-Strike. Oh my god.
Oh, we forgot to put pyrotechnics in.
The chair on fire when you're in a volley. Heated seat would actually go ballistic.
Oh, is that like that new show, Heated Rifle?
Oh! If he peeks, man, I tell you.
You're racking up money for that op.
Mm-hmm. When you shoot. My team just called me out, by the way.
What did they say?
He said, move up, bomb. I had bomb. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, yep, I do it to him like that.
He's just winning the game.
Yeah, I just do it to him like that.
That's crazy.
It's no big deal, though. I mean, it's no big deal.
All right, so what are you thinking? Well, you didn't die. You don't have to pump it up.
No, not yet, I don't. That table bounce almost got me killed, though, I'll tell you what.
Oh! Flash out!
Those are actually so great. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, my god.
What a shot!
Big shots.
I'll go in the hole.
Because he's immersed.
Yeah, it's the immersion, baby. Yeah,
better.
Matt, you might just start climbing today. I'm gonna tell you something.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna tell you something you don't want to hear, but I'm kind of doing it to him.
Is this enhancing your immersion? You feel like you're in the game?
I do.
Like you're locking in more.
Yeah, like I'm at the optimal distance, 10 feet away from the screen. I got my haptic feedback in my hydraulic chair.
Charlie can just see a pixel move a little bit, and he shoots. He can't even make out the full screen.
Oh my god.
We got tangos.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
You almost threw it at me.
I almost did.
Oh, he's pushing.
Oh! Oh, okay.
Now we gotta go up somewhere.
Oh, he died. We gotta go up 5% on
Alright.
each.
Crank me up.
Yo, can you grab Bob and come along with us?
If this guy gives me another order, I swear to God, what a douchebag.
Actually, the nicest person I've ever heard.
Legitimately, this guy's
hasn't ripped a single slur at you.
No! I thought, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
The tape held!
I think it pushed the monitor down. Like,
yeah, it did. Definitely did.
No, that timing is so sad.
Oh, you're just lucky he didn't hit you with a sniper.
Yeah, I got lucky that the Molotov cooked me a bit first.
You want to go?
Yeah, you can crank me up. I got
crank
again.
10 more percent?
Yeah, give me 10 more. Give me 10 more. I'm ready. That's fucking eagle work.
Playing in an AMC IMAX theater there.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at eagle peeking now. Holy shit, that was terrible.
You ever played during the case opening frenzy a couple months ago?
Nah, I didn't actually play.
Just a ridiculous.
Oh, what a shot. Oh boy. Yeah, that was. I mean, once that desk jumped, I no longer had my aim on. It's weird how that works.
That sounds like a skill issue.
True. You know what they say, war is hell. Oh, you lucky guy.
I can imagine a slow on that already.
That's so fun.
Oh! Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, you got lucky again?
Yeah, I got lucky that he chipped me first. Well, I actually hit myself with a grenade first. Alright, we can crank the power up again.
Alright.
Oh, alright, much better. Is he watching Cat?
Oh, you got him! Oh! He's back, baby.
I'm back. They actually thought Swope would stop me. Watch this. Imagine though. Just imagine though.
It looks so funny. How much it's flipping.
When this gets to like 100, my bucket hat's gonna fucking fly off.
Oh, a little bit of a lag spike.
Yo! If only he knew how effective that flashbang really was. I'm not gonna. This ain't gonna get in the airborne.
See, oh yeah, what does that have to do for him? If he flipped backwards. There's no shot he goes backwards.
He's sumo squatting.
Yes.
Long push. Oh.
I can't wait.
Smoke speed. Hard copy.
It sounds like I'm.
Oh wow. Oh wow. You got him. I'm falling apart. Oh, I didn't even see him cross. We won that game, by the way. I certainly cooled off after the desk kept blowing up multiple times and the monitor got all cattywampus and I was 20 feet away from the table. But, you know, it's an experiment and we did end up squeaking out the W. Matt then hopped into the hot seat. Didn't go as swimmingly. I will spoil a bit for you.
It makes me jump every time.
You should ask your teammates on mic, like, do you guys have your desk at 30% or 40%?
What's the BSI on the chairs, guys?
Alright. Anyone want to start the next game here?
Yeah, let me give it a try.
Give this one a whirl.
This is crazy. This feels just like how I set up at home.
With your wrist weights.
Whoops.
Now try leaning back.
That's much scarier.
Feels good though.
It gives you a little whiplash.
You're a pee-hole kind of guy?
Not normally. I just bought a grenade, so. Oh, there they are. Oh, Von Winkeldorf got me. Oh, glass cannon up.
There you go. Time, baby. Show them what you're made of. Give them a little warm-up. Yeah.
It really makes you flinch.
Yeah, I heard you buy that off. Now they're afraid.
My team has no comms.
Oh!
You ripped it off.
You gotta hit your shots, man. That won't happen.
There was a brief moment where it was
just hanging from
it was deciding whether. Oh, is it stuck in the table?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god. Oh, it's on the table. Oh shit, that gets the blood pumping. Alright. Don't you shoot that.
Oh, they're voting to kick you, man.
Shoot them all. Oh,
you alright?
Okay. No, they voted to kick my right. How about we go into a death match or something?
Well, we have no choice now.
Overall, just 2. Where's he up?
Oh,
that sounded
that one.
Yeah, that one's definitely.
That one got him.
That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, that's gonna get me up in the morning.
You know what we should do?
Oh my god!
Damn right I hit it. I don't miss these shots. You saw me in the ranked game.
Oh my god, I'm cooking on.
I'm online.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you know I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it.
At some point, you can't even get back down. It just keeps you on. Got him.
Oh, man, you're cooking. You just get used to the motion, now your aim's fine.
I'm like getting seasick.
Alright, crank it. Yeah, I think we just, let's max it out and let's see what it looks like.
Right. Do you want me as the guinea pig when you max it out, or are you?
Yeah, you're already there. Well, I think you gotta change it up to settings.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, get in there.
You got it.
God, the platform.
You need to scoot forward.
Yeah, you can chase off it and hop into the
I'm in.
That's it. Alright, maybe I just way too much.
Wait.
The auto's the one above it. If you want like a crazy ride.
Alright. that looks about right. That's about right. Yeah, I hit that wall pretty good. Yes!
You should have
want to try here?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That a boy.
Oh.
He doesn't know how close he was.
Does he grazed them?
Alright, do you want to turn the desk back on?
Almost at him.
Oh, good shooting.
It's that easy. She's not even zoomed.
Okay. I love the stance that we have to take.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh man. It is like a sumo squat. I'm about to do some big shikos lifting my legs. I had it squirting. Alright, do you want to get the desk going again?
Yeah, I'd say let's turn the desk on, let's crank it up a bit, and then I think we just finish off with
that will be the end of it, because it's gonna blow everything off. So you can,
Alright.
Flash yourself for good measure.
Yeah,
you can't see the table coming.
I'm gonna do what Matt said, flash and then grenade, but I'm not gonna auto it as well, because then I'm just gonna probably kill myself. Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna have a flash in the corner.
Jesus. Well, the monitor's okay. Overall, this is what engineering is all about. We asked a question and found someone far smarter than us to invent the answer. And I really like the answer. I think there's even more potential with this idea. This was just round one of the concept, and I know it's a concept that's been explored by others in different ways, also using Counter-Strike. This is just our entry into it, and I want to see, maybe there's even more fleshing out to be done. Anyway, though, that's really about it. So, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna visit Iceland? No, I don't fly. So unless Iceland comes to me, I don't plan on getting out there anytime soon. I'm still praying for Pangea sequel, where every continent clumps together again so I can drive anywhere in the world. But, we'll see. Pangea 2 might not be in the cards. There's my boy Austin. There's only 2 guarantees in life. Death and Austin texting me for drugs. Imagine I fail with a 107% chance of success. Don't know why Harold's giving me so much fucking attitude over here with that look. What drugs are you selling now? Just Mega Fruit Meth, and I have some premium quality Granddaddy Stink that I give out to Randy, Eugene, and Greg so I can unlock the new dealer. Have you tried Addy and Meth? Not yet, I'm waiting for Horse Semen. Horse Semen's like a graduation present for me, like how you know, sometimes parents get their kids a car when they graduate. For me, it's Horse Semen when I hit Hustler 3. Benji, don't tell me you just started selling right now. Why is he slacking all of a sudden? He used to be such a hustler. Now he's just a fucking sloth. That man doesn't do anything anymore. Did you hear Schedule 1's being investigated by the devs of Drug Dealer Simulator for copyright infringement? I saw that headline, I didn't bother looking into it too much, but just that headline makes me giggle really hard. That feels so fitting. I will say I like Schedule 1 far more than Drug Dealer Simulator. I think this is the best drug dealing sim so far. Like, I really feel like I'm out here on the grind changing the world with my recipes. Schedule 1 game of the year. Hey! It's getting pretty close. I feel like it's got a fighting chance. This shit slaps. Hearing the Schedule 1 orchestra would be crazy. Actually, it would be. Like, that orchestra would go ballistic. Because the music does clap. Like, this is baby making music in here. It is a really, unironically good soundtrack. Peter, where are you going, man? Just wait, just do the deal here. Brother, you know you're not making it out of this alive. You know what? I've got an idea. Since he wants to disrespect me like that, won't take his knuckle sandwich like a man, I've got an idea. Oh, Peter, you are so lucky that I can't afford a revolver right now because I'm not a Hustler 3. You are so fucking lucky, bud. Ugh. Hey Kyle, check this out. Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. Miss Ming is a casual meth head. She only ever orders one mega fruit at a time. She doesn't want to overindulge. She doesn't want to get addicted. Just one meth crystal a day. Keep the doctor away, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm really thinking about a second chemist. Because I feel like that'll be good. At the very least, I think I'm going to get another mixer. So I can improve my product. Don't I have a mixer at my apartment? I just remembered, I still have a mixer at my apartment I never took away. I just need the other chemist. I think it's worth. Especially as I continue to grow and scale the business, having a second chemist is just going to be a godsend. I'm going to do it. Oh, big earning day. Holy. That's a huge level up for us. We get improved pseudo, a drying rack, and horse semen. Like, what the fuck? That's big. That's huge from Santa. There you go, Matthew. Look at you. Look at you. You're working my mixer. Part of the crew, part of the ship. Why is it taking so long, though, man? What are you doing? What'd we get? Big Thunderfuck. How much that retail for? 165. That's an improvement. Hurry up, Peter. Please. Thanks, Peter. Is that you, Greg? There you are. Yes! Got the new dealer. That's so big. That is massive for us. That's a game changer. Spam max bet on all slots at the casino, saw someone win 30k. I don't gamble. That's a sin. I feel like if I give my dealer, like, low quality meth, the people he sells to might get mad, and we've already seen when they get mad, they will just beat your ass sometimes mercilessly. I wonder if I'm just setting him up for failure. Maybe I should just wait until my, new pseudo cooks come in. What do you mean you haven't had your fix in so long, brother? It's been minutes. Actual minutes. Come with me, Kevin. You need God, brother. I'll tell you that much. Find me another dealer who does this for his clients, his fucking junkie clients. I'll give you a single mega fruit. What the fuck is this, man? I discount the shit out of it. And it's still not a 100% guarantee. He's got everything set up. My chemist is working on it. Matthew's, he's working. He's doing a cook. William is, yep, picking up the clean meth. Yep. There you go. There you go. Now we're a well-oiled machine. Ooh, that was close. Almost collided with the officers on my skateboard. They would have shaken me down for all the money in my pocket. What? What is wrong with you? Get off my fucking— I don't know her! I don't know her! I don't know her! I don't know— Jesus Christ, you're a fucking idiot! Who was that? Was that you, Kathy? In front of my headquarters, in front of the police. I'm getting a gun. I'm putting a bullet between her eyes. She had a wire. Yeah. Ugh. How? How did he sniff me out over here? Oh, fuck. Was that a cop or was that Austin looking for his fix? Oh, Jesus! Oh my god, they were right there. Thank you, decoy dumpster. Holy shit, that was close. Oh my god. How did they know I was here? There's probably that same lady. I need to get the fuck out of this area. The cops are, like, really attentive. I heard someone get shot. If there's any justice in the world, it was Peter. Every time I hear, like, those late-night shots, I'm always hopeful that someone finally put Peter out of our misery. Peter, I'm coming back for you. And I'm coming strapped. I'm gonna need a gun. Yep. I'll take it. Thank you. No ammo, right? Let me... my inventory's full. Hold on, let me make this sale. Damn it. I'm gonna have to go all the way around. You should know better, Miss Ming. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. That's good stuff. Alright. Gonna need some ammo. Thank you. How do I... How do I combine? Oh, because you already have ammo. Oh, I just assumed I was going to have to buy ammo as well. Okay, whatever. Can never have too many bullets. I'm sure Peter will find a way to get himself healed. He'll fucking find a Phoenix down or something. I'm sure this won't be the last of them, but I'm going to do my best. Enjoy your last smoke. Nope. Oh, fuck, I'm so sorry, Miss Ming. God, where's my reticle? There we go. What? Oh, shit. Hang up. All the times I've hit him with a baseball bat really made him more immune to bullets. I'll text you in the morning, Peter. I'm sure I'll hear from you soon enough. How's it going, Brad? Sounds like a great deal to me, Brad. I got some product for you right here, Brad.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we give Brad pretty much everybody on this side, so... Greg is his neighbor, so that'll be good. Jennifer really fucked me. I might go execute her. Haven't decided yet. I'll keep you posted. I want to keep Philip. You can take Randy. And who else should I take in the first round of the draft? I feel like I keep this clientele. I think this is solid. I like Philip a lot. Philip is a high roller. Miss Ming usually likes to be on this side of town anyway. No, that's not true. Miss Ming she's ventured deep. She has been known to go way out of the beaten path. So who should his last client be? Maybe Kim. I think Kim works on this side, doesn't she? Does she? I don't... George doesn't. George I see on the other side of the town all the time. I just dealt to him by the statue. I'll put Kim on here. Alright, we got 3 big vendors now, or dealers now. I don't know if I'm gonna start laundering yet. Because I have a lot of cash. I'm getting close to being able to get the barn, but I feel like it might be better spent continuing to grow my meth with optimal recipe. So I might get another mixer. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get another mixer. Oh, no, because then I'm gonna need another handler. I've already got him working max capacity routes. If I do that, I'd need another... And, I can do one more mixing station for my chemist, but then I wouldn't be able to have my handler. Then I'd have to go fucking mix it, or stack it. Let me try something. I'm gonna get in a shootout with the police. Okay, let's see what happens with that. This is purely for the sake of my curiosity. This won't do anything to progress my goals, but I will start to take control of this city by force and fear. Okay. And just like that, I vanish. Must have been the wind. I was just wondering if they're... Oh, they're still here! I was wondering if there was a level above Wanted, Dead or Alive, like... We must hunt him down, they get like the Men in Black out here, fucking call in the helicopter, but it seems like that's max Wanted level. These recipes are so long. Motor oil, cuke, paramesitol, addy, what was it? Horse semen, chili, and something else. Like, that is actually like the fucking recipe for the Philosopher's Stone out of Full Metal Alchemist. Like, I don't have time to be mixing all of that myself right now. When I get more mixers and more chemists, I'll start doing it, but right now I'm just sticking with 3. Alright, the boss is sleeping over. No one do something crazy like tickle my feet while I'm sleeping. Hustler 4, nice. Okay, now we're starting to move again. But he is not packaging, unfortunately. Well, I guess he kind of is, just very slowly. Here we go. Now he's going to packing. That's my boy. That's my boy. There you go, William. Look at that dexterity. Holy shit, this man is a true savant. I love it, William. I fucking love it. You're the goat. Hey, look. Peter's been revived. There must be a necromancer in town somewhere. Crazy how not even a bullet to the fucking brain can kill this guy. I wonder if I can do a drive-by. Drive-by! Oh, he's not here yet. Oh, he's at the skate park, not the basketball court. Just give me your money for free, Peter. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know I wouldn't do that. Let me go get the, meth. There you go, Peter. Oh, our relationship's actually dropped since I shot him. That was finally the straw that broke the camel's back, getting shot. He's like, maybe this guy isn't my friend. He beats my ass like a fucking drum every single time I see him. Let's go, let's start the real estate. I wanna move into the barn so I can get back to making weed too. So it's not just all meth. Alright, give me the laundromat. I don't know, am I doing this preemptively? I feel like this might be a little... fuck it. It's fine. Give me the laundromat. We gotta start sometime. Might as well be now. Lovely new business. Whoa. This is cool. Will launder 2K. Let's just test it out. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. When the update comes out this weekend, will you be adding shrooms to your roster? Oh, for sure I will. Why do you have to launder money in this game? Because it's realistic. This game's more realistic than real life, brother. Austin hasn't texted me yet. I wonder if everything's okay. Benji's sitting on 7K. Molly's sitting on 4K. Like, I'm in really good spot. I can almost afford Barn. After some laundering. But Brad is struggling, because I gave him the most bougie clientele with the most, like, dumpster tier meth. So he is treading water. And that's my fault. Like, I knew that would be the case. But I just needed to get him going. How is my first text message of the day from fucking Peter? I have shot this man. Peter, just let me sell it to you now, man. Don't make me go all the way to Taco Ticklers. Come on, brother. Oh my god, hurry up, Peter. Hurry the fuck up, Peter! I'll do it. You know I will. Keep walking! Don't look at me like that. If you ever give me that look again, Peter, I swear to God. Oop. There. Don't ever thank me again. Oh, the game just lagged right when I pulled the trigger. Who's calling? Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's right. Oh, you still did it. Have you heard from Austin? Not recently. I actually wonder if Austin killed himself or if he OD'd. Could really be either of them. I laundered $2,000! Let's go! Baby's first money laundering scheme. Whoopee! What do you guys do out here? It's always Geraldine and Jerry up to no good. Bunch of fucking scoundrels. Here, take this. This will improve your conversation. Oh, I broke him up. I wish I could get some more customers going. Who keeps getting executed? Also, where does my laundered money go? To your bank. Okay. I wasn't paying enough attention. Did I have just 3K in the bank earlier? Stop! Stop! Do you want to buy from me? Stop! Stop! Buy my weed! Get out! Get out! I will push this car into the ocean. Get the fuck out and buy my weed! Or, sorry, meth. Nice. Cool fucking flip. Nice. This guy's fucking epic. Nope. Didn't like that very much. Officer, this man seems to be drunk. Arrest him. Go to the casino. I don't wanna, but couldn't hurt to do a little gamble. While I wait, might as well. Okay. Okay. I don't understand. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, I'm leaving. That was unbelievable. That was unfucking believable. We're gonna do slots. Hey! I won 200. One more time couldn't hurt. It hurt. Back to even. This one's better. This is a better slot, I can already tell. Okay. We'll do one degenerate super spin. All losses. Well, that's probably enough of that. Okay, what else do I need? What are you mixing for meth? Viagra into chili into horse semen. Also, thanks for reminding me, I need more horse semen. I need more horse I actually need more of all of my mixers. Let me just do, can I do a big delivery? Oh, it's only a $200 delivery fee. How quickly does it take to get here? I'll try it later. The gas station's right fucking here. I'm just gonna grab it. Big day, big day. Let me check my dealers. Brad's in the 1,000 club. That's good. Molly at 6K. Benji, my superstar, at 9.4. We're cooking. We are cooking. What else can I do in the meantime for a couple schmeckles? I guess I can just start pickpocketing people for like 20 bucks a pop. Keith, how do you have $43 on you, man? Oh, shit. Oh boy, that is the last guy I wanted to mess up on. I knew he'd be packing. Why'd you make me do this? Molly, you are literally my dealer. Oh, you're not Molly. Austin, don't go over there. You're not gonna like what you find. Trust me. Let's see what's happening at my old apartment. It's a pigsty. Oh, wait. Are they nearby? They're investigating nearby? The big thing is I need a stronger customer base. Or I need my customers to become more rambunctious and to, like, order weed and meth in the same day. So, like, this... Like, let's say Lucy, for example. She's a fucking fiend, right? So let's say Lucy buys meth for me right now. I'd also want Lucy to come back 3 hours later and buy weed. I need to find a way to double milk them, double fist. $7.35 a gram using this mixture. Oil, Coke, paracetamol, gas, Coke, battery, and then 2 other ingredients. Brother, that's like the fucking back of a cereal box with all those ingredients. I can't make that right now. I don't have enough mixers. I'd have to do that all by hand, and it would take actually fucking forever. What about using the sweatshop to mix more? Well, I'd need to still go buy, like, 500 mixers. Or I guess what I could do is I could just have, like, one rogue mixer that I put over there. And just mix, like, the really expensive shit. Which isn't a bad idea, per se. I'll just hand mix. I'll just hand mix a batch of 20. Because if I just do one round at night selling the 735 mixture, I'll make a ton off that. While I have everyone else working on my normal staples. That's actually just not a bad idea at all. Okay, what was the recipe again for the 735? It was oil, something, 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 and something. The 735 recipe is for cocaine. Oh, what the fuck, man? Cocaine? Get out of here. What? Are you off your gourd? Coke? In my city? I think not. I think not. You take that shit back to Miami. Get the fuck away from me. A Coke recipe. This is a God-fearing spot. We don't do that. Banana, cuke, paracetamol, gasoline, cuke, battery, horse semen, mega bean is $3.40. That's meth. Okay, we'll do that one. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. I took the big thundercuck. Not normal meth. Damn it! I thought I took base meth. There we go. Perfect timing. Only 10?! No, 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 no! Put it back! Put it back! Fuck! I'm taking this away. Oh, god damn it. Oh, we're good. I got the recipe up, hold on. I just needed to grab the normal meth. I brought the bat out for you again, Peter. I know you missed it. You were tired of getting shot. Plus, I need to save ammo. Okay, let's start the mix. Oh, let's get the cuke in there first as well, or I'm gonna forget. So next I need cuke, paracetamol, gasoline, cuke, battery, horse semen, mega bean, and then we're good. Surely I'll remember all of that. I've got no doubt. I already forgot the next ingredient. So I did banana, then cuke, then what was it? Banana, then cuke, what's the next part? Was it paracetamol next? I have plenty of storage, just not here. This is just me experimenting with a new concoction. I'm trying to find penicillin 2, but meth form. Okay, purple crystal. Now the gasoline. Then cuke again. Wow, why would you ever make purple crystal over island piss? It only retails for $2 more. Unless you really just like the effects of paranoia and sneaky. What a waste. What a waste of good meth. What a fucking idiot you'd have to be for that. Depends on the customer. Nah, they'll buy anything. The people in this town, well, at least my civilians, my people, they just love anything that I put out there on the streets. They'll give anything a try. They'd smoke a fart out of my ass if I told them to. So I don't care what their preferences are. They will get what I deliver and really enjoy it. You're losing out on money by not providing variety. See, I heard that same malarkey when I was playing Weed Shop. I just don't lose out on any of it. That's the thing. I still sell just as much product. Mega Splooge been my go-to for meth. It's Addy, iodine, chili, Viagra, horse semen. Insane value like $230, $260. Mega Splooge seems like it's probably pretty good. But I think this is going to be my process. I'm going to have my dealers peddling the Thunderfuck, and I'm going to daily brew this shit and then just sell it every night. So that way I'm getting the huge chunks every night plus the consistent like 120, 150, or sorry, 165, 180. I think this is going to be my process. Ooh, Hairy Ass Blaster at a great value, $224. That is significant, actually. I don't know if you know this, but the names are random for everyone. I did not know that. That is so cute. What? I feel like it's probably not. Alright, the final mix. Alright, Slimy Puke plus Mega Bean. Damn, Slimy Puke, $265 per crystal. Woo! Jiminy Christmas. Let's see what the final form is. I walked it through so many different varieties. From meth to extreme cum, from extreme cum to island piss, purple crystal, extreme splooge, splooge, fat thunderfuck, into hairy ass blaster, into slimy puke, and now we're digivolving it one more time. The final Pokemon evolution. This is such a long recipe, it's unbelievable. I feel like I just lose money selling this with how many ingredients I had to buy. Yeah, I know you can name them yourself, I'm not gonna bother. Alright, let's see what we got. Girl Scout Splooge. Wow. What the fuck? Whoa. Whoa. That's not good. But that price, $340? Holy cannoli. You can rename it. Yeah, that one I think I'm gonna rename. How do I rename? That name disturbs me. I don't want Austin hitting me up for Girl Scout Splooge. You can't after you take it out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, Peter File is going to be over the moon about this new meth. Alright. I'm gonna try and list this pretty high. Just to see, I wonder. Ours is called Glass Barbie. Your name's a lot less disturbing than mine. No text messages yet. Maybe I made it too expensive. Ah, Austin. Good man, good man. Yes, I can sell you that. Of course. Can we use a different name? We'll call it GSS. Of course it'd be Austin, my first taste tester. I am worried I'm not gonna get everyone to buy tonight. It's looking a little grim. I'll just do batches of one. Even Geraldine can only do one. Oh my god, but he caps locked need. He doesn't do that for anything else except for the GSS. Fucking weirdo. Mixing's fun, but if you go too high on sell price, no one will buy it. Customers only have a certain amount of money to spend each day. Okay, so that's kind of what I was wondering. Because I want... Like, Miss Ming only ever buys one crystal from me for like 170. So this is good experimenting. What? What? Kevin, what? Oh, you were the guy that wanted the Thunderfuck, that's right. No, I don't do that anymore. Where are you? I'll try and offer you a GSS. Actually, I'll try and offer this to everyone. Donna, you want a GSS? Hey, enjoy it. Let me see the effects. Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. That looks very cool. Turned her into a damn superhero. Miss Ming is actually buying. Okay. They've got money. They've got some fucking money. Never mind. I'm gonna keep it all to myself and just sell it at night for more money. Yeah, they've got stacks. If Miss Ming can afford to buy when she usually only buys like 170, everyone can afford to buy here. But they can only do one at a time, which is fine. Because one at a time is worth more than 4 fucking thunders. Alright, let's see what we got. Stinky crack. We take that. How much that go for? 343. Ooh, baby. I feel I can get away with a 370 on that. A little cheaper option. Here you go. The second GSS customer. I actually might try and steal that back. Unless it stuns me. Oh, there's no way. Oh! Jesus, man. A reverse Kubrick stare? Really? How about some stinky crack? Let's see what this looks like. Let me take a peek, George. Let me analyze. Yeah, turned him into like an Adventure Time character. Gave him a sparkle in the same green radioactive gamma radiation glow that the GSS gives. Oh, baby, that's a lot of good cash. Man, I'm gonna have this whole town looking like aliens out here. This is cool. Quick, smoke it, and then stun the cops. Stun the cops. Fuck. No, the cop. Oh, fuck. Stun the cops. I'm gonna try and run them into him. Okay, wait, I can't let myself get... I can't, I'm getting too experimental. Austin! Here it is. Enjoy it. Peter, you sick fuck. I'll let you transform before I kill you. Our relationship has really gone down recently. Imagine this gives him some kind of strength boost. Oh my god, it might have. He just hit me so hard. Okay, not hard enough. Bye, Peter. Oh, I can still see you down there. Pretty shallow water. Damn, look at those earnings. That's my biggest single day so far. I made sexy dick. My employees at the bungalow are probably about out of cash right now, which is why they're not working. But I also don't need them working right now because I still have so much inventory all my dealers are working with. So it's not that big a deal. He's already sold all the GSS to the rich guys. Molly's over 10K here. Holy. Yeah, I have so much cash right now. I think it's about time I get the barn, but I have to wait for the weekly limits. When are you gonna start selling that Allspark pack straight from Cybertron my boy Sam was tweaking off of? Soon. Maybe that's what I'm making right now. We don't know yet. We've never seen Ultra Splooge before. No one has. So we'll see what happens. Only one... Well, I have two stinky crack deals. We got Sweet Dick. Hey, we still got it. The 353 meth right there. We still hit it. Then we actually got a full-blown fucking Chaos Emerald here. Chaos control this bitch. Let's go. A Sweet Dick in 2025 is big pull for this community. This one, it's going to be a big markup. It's going to be a 415. That took a long time. That was a lot of tender loving care I put into cooking this one up. Bro just made Kryptonite. Yeah, I got that Kryptonite pack for everyone out here. This is going to be big. Maybe I am doing myself a disservice putting Brad on all of the bougie people. And I keep all of the fucking lamos over here. Except Austin. I can't get rid of Austin. I might swap. I might do a big swap so that way they can afford my product. I'm gonna do that. Alright, I want Elizabeth, Lewis, Randy, and Eugene back. You can take... It needs to be people that are on this side. Like, close to him. Oh god, stop! Get away! I gotta keep Geraldine. But Geraldine hasn't hit me up today. I'm gonna give you Geraldine. Geraldine, I don't fuck with him right now. Kyle also didn't hit me up today. I'm gonna give you Kyle. I think I've started to price them out. Ludwig could afford... Oh, Geraldine did hit me up today, actually. I just noticed. That's fine, though. That's fine. You can only afford one. And I'm gonna give you Miss Ming. No, Miss Ming's been very consistent. I feel like I'm gonna have to give him Peter. And just trust that Brad knows to beat his ass. And I'll never abandon Austin. Even though Austin, notably absent from today's haul. Austin, we need a little time apart. Get your money up and then come see me again. So now, hopefully, since I've expanded my clientele to the rich people, they'll get more from me. For a lot of these customers, it's the last time they're going to interact with me. It's very sad. But, hey, you gotta do it sometimes. Austin deserves loyalty. Hey, we're still friends. We're still buds. He's just too poor for me. What? It's a business. It's not a charitable expense. What, you think I can do this for free? Absolutely fucking not. I take no pleasure in abandoning Austin. But it is, again, I can't stress this enough. He has no one to blame but himself.